Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to this Fiasco Friday. So heckin' happy to be here with y'all. We are playing a special one today, starting off the spooky season proper with Camp Death, which has some slightly different rules than a normal Fiasco game. Heckin' excited to be here to be playing this game with these cool heckin' folks. Before we go in, really quickly, I'm just gonna say a few things. We're going to say thanks to Roll20, which is actually where we are playing this game right now on Roll20. And they also, we are part of their Spotlight program, so we always like to say thank you to Roll20 for hosting us and highlighting a lot of different indie TTRPG channels and all that good stuff. Thank you, Roll20. If you don't already, go click the link and you can get your own Roll20 account so you can play games online with your friends. Also going to point everyone up to the top bar that is happening right now for all the month of October. Yeah, we are raising funds for Trans Lifeline, which is a wonderful organization run by trans folks for trans folks. And it helps in a whole number of ways. It has like micro grants to help folks with their transitions, with their name changes, has a crisis helpline, all sorts of good stuff. And we are raising money for that all this month. So heckin' happy to be doing that. And that's pretty much it for this one. Now let's go around and say hi to everyone. I'll say a quick hi, hello. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. This is my channel. My name is Jess. Go_JG and pretty much all the places online. And yeah, I've never done Camp Death before, so I'm heckin' excited to be playing this one with these. I'm so excited. I think it's the first spooky thing we're doing of the month, so I appreciate that y'all volunteered and chose this. It wasn't even my suggestion. I just want to say. Let's go around and say hi to everyone. So next up is Ren. Hi, Ren. Putting the wrong way. Ren.
I never get it right when I try to point at people. I will say that I think the credit for Camp Death goes to Mal, who wrote a number of options, and I was just like, Camp Death! Because it was kind of the one I was hoping for. Hi, I'm Ren. I am Atomic Firebird on the Twitter land, but you will see I'm in chat as Make Believe Live. That's my Twitch channel. No consistency, it's fine. I've never played this before. Woo!
That is honestly, I would say, like, we never have a game of Fiasco where at least one person has not played it before. It is always like, this is a learn as you go game. It's so good. It's so good for this. So perfect. Next up is Nadine. I did it again. Nadine. I have to remember.
Hello. Wait. Hello. I think I got that right. I am Nadine. I am NE_actor on most things. Twitter, Twitch, that kind of thing. I play TTRPGs. I do voice acting, and I am just 1,000% excited to be doing this. I played one game of Fiasco, and it was a fiasco in the best way. So I am so excited to be doing this one.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Perfect. And last but certainly not least, I'm pointing the right way this time. It's Mal.
Hi, it's Mal. I'm Mal Hadale on Twitter. That's where you can find me on everything. I'm excited to be back playing with Jess. I'm reunited with Ren and getting to meet Nadine. And I played Fiasco once years ago, and it was a fiasco in the worst way.
Oh no. Hopefully this is a good one this time. So I am going to go quickly over the rules as we do every sort of time we play. So I'm going to go over the basic rules, because every Fiasco follows at least somewhat of a pretense of rules. And then after that, I'm going to go into the specific rules for Camp Death, which is just one. It's pretty much just one quirk. It's just like one special mechanic that Camp Death has because it is Camp Death. So for Fiasco, everyone here has been dealt out 12 cards. And in those cards in our hands, we all have relationships, needs, objects, and locations. We're going to start the game by going around and all determining kind of who we are to each other, what it is we want to do here, and kind of what this location looks like, and what's the fun, cool stuff to play with in this game. We go around after we have set up the game. We each kind of either set a scene or ask to have a scene set for us. And then based on what happens, we either get given a conclusion. We either get told that went well or that went poorly, thus giving us either the negative or positive cards that are on the side over here, the blue and reds. Or alternatively, you can start a scene by saying, well, I want this to go very well for me. And then everyone else will determine kind of what your scene looks like. And you just run with that and play with it. At any point in time, you can jump in and out of other folks' scenes as long as they're cool with it. And you can be asked to play an NPC. You could be invited to. Will someone play an NPC for me in this scene? That sort of thing. So we go around. We do this twice. As the first act, we each get to do kind of pick 2 scenes. And then we take a little break. We run the tilt, where we peek at our negative and positive cards. We add up the numbers and we kind of choose what's kind of going to go wrong in the next half of the show. And then we go around and we do the same sort of thing. We do 2 rounds each in Act 2 of scenes, only now there's even more problems than there were in the first half. And then at the very, very end, you get to add up all your positive and negative cards for an aftermath card, which kind of tells you how bad this fiasco was for you. And from there, you can take that as kind of an inspiration to jump off of. You can decide to do something completely different if there was kind of your character already had momentum in a direction, but the aftermath is kind of a like, based on what happened, in theory, this is where you're at. And it can suggest everything from as bad as like, wow, this isn't just bad for you, this is terrible for everyone around you, to you've made away with all the money. So that's kind of the range in Fiasco of how good to bad your ending can be. So that being said, the thing that is different with Camp Death is that normally we don't look at the positive and negative cards at the end of the scene. They just kind of sit there. You kind of just hold them in front of your person. You don't flip them until we go to do the counting at the end. However, we have to peek at our cards in Camp Death, and that is because some of the cards will have a blood splatter on them. And in that moment, it means that, unfortunately, someone off screen, someone off camera, has bit it. To put it nicely. They in some way, shape, or form have in fact met their timely or untimely demise. And that is something we will then kind of shuffled off this mortal, yes, snuffed it, pulled down the curtain, joined the choir invisible. How many ways could we say it? Are deceased. Yes, thank you. I'm loving this. I'm just reading. It. But yeah, so that's kind of what's different with Camp Death. So that's kind of how we're gonna play this out. That being said, I will go first. We'll start doing our setup. I will go first. I have not looked at my cards yet. I don't know if y'all already started looking at your cards. But who's next to me? Okay, so I've Ren and Nadine next to me. Okay, so what are my relationships? Unless does anyone already have something they know they want to do? In terms of relationship cards, what you think might be interesting, funny?
I do.
Okay, do you wanna start? I'm still looking at mine, honestly.
Unsurprising to people who probably have followed me for a while, and luckily for me, I got the relationship romance, obnoxious public displays of affection.
Oh my god.
And I definitely want to do obnoxiously affectionate things.
So where are you placing that?
Well, because romance is, a thing, I was going to ask either Ren or Nadine who would be more comfortable with me doing that with them.
I'm totally comfortable with disgusting displays of affection. Always.
I don't care, but I was going to put something between us that would prohibit that expressly. So whichever doesn't matter to me. I will.
I do have a card that says
Oh!
once mute. Oh no.
Go ahead and say it.
Yeah, are you sure?
And then I'll tell you the thing.
Romance, once mutual lust, now mutual disgust.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this game. What I was going to say is you don't even need to apply things to
I
yourself.
don't have to do like
you can suggest them for another duo. So while I was looking at Ren and Nadine, you were next to me, so I'm like, okay, I can put a relationship here. I can put like technically I could be like, well, now Ren and Mal, you are enemies. Like I could yeah, so you can kind of throw stuff around a little bit. If you think something would be funny, you can propose like, I think this should go here. But yeah, it sounded like Mal, like you had an agreement to your card.
Yes.
You can go ahead and put it out.
Nice.
Apparently, it's going to stay that size.
It's so tiny.
Oh, you can make
Yeah,
you can make it bigger. It won't let you.
You can't make it bigger.
I can move it, but it won't let me make it bigger.
I'm sorry. I got you. There you go. Okay, I'm putting that one there. And then, Ren, you said you had one you wanted to put between you and Mal.
I do. I have family. It's older sibling and baby sibling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If you're cool with that, I thought that would be fun.
Right.
It's also tiny.
Okay, Nadine, do you have one yet?
There are so many really good ones. I really like, because I'm an angsty boy, Secret, Bound by a Dark Secret. So whoever would like that, I'm more than happy to pop that down between us.
Okay, so the spaces left are either me and you, or me and Ren, who has a dark secret.
Let's pop it between you and Ren. Let's do it. That way I don't know.
Okay, so there's one. Okay, so I have to decide what's happening between you and I.
Sure.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what?
How do we figure out that secret? Or is that like a later
Yeah,
thing?
we can determine that as we play. We can pre-discuss it a little bit now. We can like that's when stuff happens is honestly open. This game is very open, just so y'all. Yeah, it is very, very make it up as you go, fly by the seat of your pants, whatever seems funny or delightful in the moment. Do it. Okay. I almost wanted to do another romance, like to really mess stuff up, because I have secret lovers, or yeah,
it gets spicy.
Or I have secret admiring from afar.
Interesting. I'm cool with either.
Or I could we could just go with like work camp count, but
Boring.
I'm just bored. Okay.
I'm with Nadine.
It gets spicy.
Okay, let's do it. I'm doing secret lovers.
Nice.
Oh my god, it makes it because you already have the obnoxious public displays of the play.
Oh no.
Is this okay with you? Is this okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So that is done. We all know we know a little bit more now than we did a moment before. So next up, it's a good idea to do either. Well, actually, we can do kind of anything. I already mentioned this to y'all. We're gonna want 2 needs on the map, and whoever those go between, the next need has to go in the opposite spot. Because you can't have one person with 2 and someone with none. You need everyone to have at least 1. So everyone is 2 people will be bonded by 1 need, and 2 people will be bonded by an opposite, like a different need. If that makes sense. That's the orange cards in there. And then there's also objects or locations. So if someone has a particularly hilarious object, location, or need, now's the time to
I have an object.
Okay.
Smuggled goods, several ounces of high quality weed.
Does it say weed? Because
No,
now
no, I didn't know whether that was TOS, so I said the other one.
I think it's fine.
Sweet, you know, just
Weed.
bread.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ooh, I have a good need. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and throw that object out on the map,
Absolutely.
and then I will make it a little bit bigger, and then we will determine where it goes in a sec. We'll do the needs. Does anyone? I'm gonna do okay. I have need to get away with the lie you've been telling.
Ooh.
There's a few places this could go. Sorry, go ahead. Oh, I thought you were saying something, Ren.
Oh, I was just saying no. That you are clearly the secret.
I know. I have secrets on both sides.
secret.
So, I think it makes. I think it makes most sense to go between you and I, Ren, because we are bound by a dark secret. So a need to get away with the lie we've been telling kind of makes sense. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Out of here then. And then that means the other one has to go down between you and out. So one has to go
I have a need, but it is so on the nose, it's not even funny.
So of my 4 needs that I can choose, or of my 5 needs, there are 2 pairs that are the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, if you have a particularly... Ren, do you have a good need? Or do you have a good location? Give me 1 need and 1 location.
Well, I definitely have a really good location. I have Cabin 13, haunted according to Camp Legend.
Oh.
But I also have need to get away from your old life.
Pretty cool.
But that's maybe like putting stuff on your relationship. We'll go with the haunted cabin.
Okay.
Oh, but there's I have another one. Sorry, I didn't see. I also have a location, the lodge, a locked boiler room. Boom.
Yes.
I think I like the cabin. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the
I
cabin's
like the
pretty
haunted
cool.
cabin better.
Alright.
We love a haunted cabin, especially in
Yes,
Spook
love it.
Month.
Yeah. Okay. Now the last relationship.
Okay, so I have to put a need out, right?
Yeah.
But so I'm just gonna read all my needs because there are slight differences, but there's 2 pairs that are technically the same. The first one is to get out of a stifling relationship. That's the one that's on its own. I have 2 that are to get even. One is because why should they be so happy, and one is with what they did last year.
Ooh, those sound
And
like
then-
mersh.
Those are spicy.
And then the other 2 needs are both to get laid. And one says for the first and maybe last time.
Sorry, that's a very common Fiasco thing. I should have mentioned that. I apologize.
And then the second one is because that's what you do at summer camp.
They're all so good.
I personally feel like the one that sounded like a reason for murder. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But it's going between Nadine and Mal, so you can.
Mm-hmm.
You can. What do y'all think?
I mean, I feel like with the way the relationships have been developed, that I think the one of getting out of the relationship would work potentially.
Sure.
Like I could see, obviously, I mean, I could see it being like we're obnoxious with our affection to cover up, that things aren't great, maybe.
Like those
Sure.
couples that are just constantly posting super happy Instagram pictures.
6 months and counting, babe. Love you.
Oh, that hurt me.
I mean, what are you feeling, Nadine?
Yeah, that's perfect. If you like that, absolutely.
I'm not sure of them, which one. Like,
Martin is good.
Okay. I'm gonna make that bigger. So it's not the only teeny card. Let me just make that. Alright. So over actually in the side, if you go over to in the roll 20, over where the handouts and stuff are, and then all the way down to there's Camp Death. Names. There's a name generator if you want to pull names from there or make up your own name. Kind of think about who you are, who you might be, and if you want to pre-discuss anything else about any of your stuff, please feel free. So something we did predetermine. We end up deciding it was the end of summer or the start. It was the end, right? We decided it was
End?
like. Is that what we decided?
Yeah, I
I'm
think
trying to
the end
remember.
makes sense.
Okay. So for everyone watching, we have predetermined that there are no children in this camp. There's no children here right now. It's the end of summer. It's like we are all adults who either counselors or work here or could even be just from the area where this camp is. But we all have reason to be here. And it is the end of summer. And we're probably involved in like cleaning up. We're probably celebrating, the end of the summer season. It's probably literally like heading in towards spooky season in the game. Just saying, like the leaves are turning color and like, the heat has died down a little bit. The nights are getting longer.
How did that weed last the whole summer?
Someone,
oh
hang
god.
on.
And it's
Hi.
still high quality,
it
apparently.
got confiscated from someone.
I'm like, hang on, let me look at my relationship. Secret lover behind the back, secret bound by dark secret. I could be the supplier, just saying. I'm trying to think of like what makes sense here. I'm like looking at the relationship wheel. If it's still like fresh, I grow it somewhere nearby. For sure.
Yep.
That's why it's fresh, y'all. Oh my god, okay, hang on. I need a name. What's a good name for a weed?
Am I okay
Mort?
to just make
Mal,
The
we should
name.
have the same last name.
Mhm.
Although I guess we don't need last name.
Not necessarily, but you can go ahead and put it. You got something good.
I don't know about last name yet, but I have a first name and an idea of who my character is.
Is that what you put? Oh my god, so good.
What do you got, man?
So I'm gonna be Bobby and she's kind of a jock.
love it?
If you want to put your character pronouns on your little cards too.
Okay, do you want to be the older sibling or the younger sibling?
I'm the oldest of my siblings, so I'm used to that if you want me to be older. I know how that works.
You can go ahead and be older. I'm also the oldest, but I don't need to be in this game. I don't need to have control over everything. What are you talking about? Okay, then I am the younger brother named Kip.
Love it.
Because that name is adorable and I like it.
Oh, I know. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I was trying to come up with a bow and arrow pun. I can't quite. It's like I don't know if you saw me like squinting my eyes at the name sheet. Like,
How can I?
how do I make this happen? What's the worst name? Actually, no. Let's go with something sweet and soft that you would not expect from a weed dealer. I'm gonna go with Daisy.
Beautiful.
Daisy the weed.
They're both plants.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Roberta Bobby.
Oh, Kitty is already so obnoxious in my head. I'm so sorry in advance. I'm so sorry in advance.
I'm here for this. Can I just say? I'm so excited to I'm gonna put in her. Is there any details anyone wants to hash out before we get started?
Bobby is kind of a jock. So Kip being the younger sibling, maybe this was his first year working there. Bobby got him the job, and he is kind of but like the Boy Scout kind of nerd. Yeah.
So
Okay.
the outdoorsy kind of nerd.
Yes, I have all the badges. I have binoculars. I was getting up early
Oh.
and bird watching every morning.
Perfect.
This is coming together.
I think Katrina Kitty Court is I think she's like the crafts counselor. And like definitely runs like an Etsy shop and is somehow really successful at it. She's wonderful in the worst way.
Is she successful at Etsy because she turns the crafts building into her own little sweatshop in the summer?
Oh my god!
Probably.
Oh, no.
Probably.
That's so
Absolutely. She's like,
good.
all right, kids. Quality control, remember.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Yep. You always wonder, how does she make so many necklaces? The kids.
Like
I just as soon as I heard somehow successful at Etsy and terrible because of the crafts thing, I was like, yup.
oh my god. Okay. I have a question. So Kitty and Bobby are in this relationship. They're extremely obnoxious in their public displays of affection, but they both secretly have a need to get out. So is it because you are like one of those idealized couples and everyone's like, oh my god, they're so... And so you like put on this big pretentious display because everyone in like the camp or in the town or whatever is always like, Kitty and Bobby are the perfect couple. Everyone knows, like,
White picket fence, 3.5 kids.
yeah, like, what did you do to half of your kids? Why is there a half?
They're in the sweatshop.
That's how that works.
Oh my god. But yeah, so like, so y'all put on this like whole display, but like, okay. So then, so I know Daisy. I'm gonna say that Daisy then is like local here, but does work at the camp in the summers. Like, must be like the hiking or plant aficionado, something like to be local to here and
Orienteering.
to be such an expert on plants, to be such an expert on wheat,
Botanist.
and has maybe like a local farm. Damn it! And like, but yeah, and then comes and works here, but like isn't like definitely not, because I don't want to be like creepy or weird. Is not old. Like is not, because everyone here is like, I think kind of like not young adult. That sounds like you're saying 14. I'm talking like early 20s. I think everyone is like around there.
Yeah, like 18 to 22, I would probably say.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Agreed. There we go. We're all good.
Probably like our undergrad summer job.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Perfect. All right. So Daisy definitely. Actually, I guess Daisy. I take that back. Daisy could be like the cook, like the chef. Could be like the cafeteria lady. Could be like, really good at cooking. No, that sounds like I'm going for math.
No.
Very clear.
No.
I don't do that shit.
No.
Only we. Oh, roll 20. Please don't be mad at me for saying that.
We love you, roll 20.
Roll 20 is so great. We're playing
At
this.
least 2 of us are in places where that's okay.
Yeah.
2 out of 4 is bad. I don't know how
true.
legality works.
Statistics, 50% is great.
Yeah. Maybe. Hang on. Okay, we're not gonna get to the nitty gritty of the legal of this. But yeah. So yeah, definitely is gonna say that. Gonna say the lunch lady is actually like a top-notch culinary chef, but like makes gruel for the kids. Like is a very good like large quantity gruel maker, and then on the side also has a small farm nearby. That's the thing. So but what does Kip think about? Because for this, Kip is bound by a dark secret. Is it the same dark secret or is it something else? Is my question. How would Kip feel? Or do you just know my secret and I've somehow like how would if this is the secret, why has Kip not ratted me out? And why are you in on it now?
So I have to assume that maybe the secret is something that Kip found out while he was out early morning bird watching. Maybe it has something to do with. Gosh, I'm just getting into ridiculosity here. You're an organic farmer.
Yes.
But
I am. Thank you for
totally not really. I find you putting pesticides
Oh no!
on your plants.
It was just a little listen. It was such a bad
The
season. It was
aphids.
such. You have no idea. They were eating all my crops. I love that is the dark secret, not the weed. Thank you. That's perfect. Okay, but then why are you wanting to get away with this as well with me then?
Well, you convinced me that something monocrops, something you. I'm young and impressionable, and you.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to hurt like a
Explain to me
small.
that-
Do you know how hard it is to be a small scale farmer? Do you know like if I didn't charge a premium price for my near organic crops, like
The corporation,
Even carrots are GMO'd.
Monsanto, the man, patriarchy, you know, something.
You don't believe in all that, do you, Kip? You don't support the patriarchy.
No, of course not.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm actually liking this. I want to do, and so here's something else you can do with Fiasco. Fiasco, you don't necessarily need to go in chronological order. We're gonna go all around. You can do a flashback. You can do a fast forward. You can do it. So I'm doing a flashback. Opening scene, it's Daisy and Kip. I'm deciding. So, this is what I just was liking that. So definitely, my farm backs on to the camp. So actually, like, I don't even need to stay on residence. I have my farm is like visibly in range. There are different like, you know, because I do not grow monocultures. Excuse. Everything is crop rotation. Everything is like uniquely like organized, but also made to you know, grow complementary. Because you know, you gotta rotate. You gotta have the legumes overneath the nitrogen fixing crops over the nitrogen using crops. Anyway, so. Maybe, gosh, maybe, like, I prepared the gruel for the day and someone knocked it over and needed me to come, like, cook more, and they sent you to come get me?
Is that after I've already discovered the secret?
No, I want to do the scene where you discover it. I want to play that scene out. I want to, so you come upon me and I am spraying, like I am like spritzing all the crops with like I was literally like, damn bugs, that's it, I'm done with this shit, I'm gonna, and I like go into my shed and I like pull out like this, like it is something like comedically with like a skull and like crossbones on it.
Acme.
Yeah, it's like it comes in like a big dumb pumpy thing. Like I'm just like spruts all over. I'm like, bugs.
Ma'am?
Oh, throw it. You're Bobby's, your little Bobby. Hey, little Bobby, what's up? What are you doing here on my beautiful, luxurious organic farm? What's up?
Well, they needed the breakfast oatmeal mush component thing early, and I volunteered because I know that over you know, large plains of vegetables is probably one of the best places to, you know, attempt to find some of the things on my life list, and it's a bird watching thing. It's, you know, but I'm a little worried because you know, the bugs that, you know, ingest that stuff, they then get ingested by birds, and that can build up in their system, and
oh, Bobby, little Bobby, no. I'm gonna like put an arm around you and turn you around and kind of start steering you away. No, little Bobby, no. That wasn't what that was. I definitely.
But then it also gets in the ground soil, and then the worms eat it, and then the birds eat the worms, and it's almost as bad as rodenticide poisoning. And then the hawks. You know about the hawks that died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You know what, little Bobby, you're totally right. Chemicals are very bad. You're right. But you know what else is really bad? When small farmers go out of business. Like, yeah, lots of things. Big business, you know, agri-corporations, the patriarchy, the man is out there stomping down little guys like us, and we really gotta just take what we can do. And you know, it's, I know that looked bad, but it was just kind of, it was just a little spritz, just the teeniest spritz. And if I don't sell these crops, I won't be able to stay here. I won't be able to stay in business, and the people of this town need their small scale crops. That's me. That's where I come from. They need me. They need me, little Bobby. So that if I didn't do that, all the crops to be all gone. And you know, it was just that one little patch. It was just that one little. There's just a few too many bugs on that one plant. There's just a few. Just a few.
I guess my mom always did say support farmers.
Yeah.
And-
Exactly.
And I read an article about, you know, the cost of transporting all the vegetables from the big farms to smaller neighborhoods, and so I suppose.
It's true.
So what you're saying is it kind of evens out?
It absolutely does. Nothing goes further than 100 kilometers from my farm. Farm to table. Have you ever heard of farm to table? That's what this is right here. Straight from farm, right to the nearby tables. We skip all that shipping. We skip all that transportation. Think of the carbon footprint we are saving.
Maybe you could just, put up some extra boxes.
I could, you know what? Why don't you? And I'm gonna just keep leading you away from my farm and back towards the camp. Just be like, why don't we discuss that? Why don't you tell me exactly what kind of nest boxes these local birds here want? We'll work on that. In fact, why don't we talk to Kitty and see about, getting the kids in on making bird boxes this season, huh?
She likes me very much. She thinks that my ideas for projects are not, financially something.
Let's just
don't
say I
know the
have a
words.
little in. I just have a little. I have a way with Kitty. Let's just say. So I will talk. I will talk to her for you. I will talk to her for you, and we will make this happen. I know she can seem a little intimidating. She's so fancy with those arts and crafts. I know, but we got this. You got this. We got this. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna keep this between us, and we're gonna make it real good for all those local birds.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Perfect. Great. Good kid. Glad to have this talk with Bobby. Let's go back.
I'm not.
How did this go? So the people not in the scene, you have to determine. Did this go well for Daisy? Did this go poorly for
I
mean, it sounds
you
like it went pretty well for Daisy to me.
yeah.
Right. Okay. So we get to. So normally you would literally you should be able to just literally from the stack. I'll do it. So normally you should be able to just if you hover over. That one does not have it. Look back. If you hover over, you should be able to draw out a card and just kind of slide it across. And we all saw. I think that one did not have splatters on it, so I'm gonna put it up here. No one got murdered yet at the early start of summer in that flashback.
Wasn't an immediate murder.
Not before not on the first day of camp, y'all. Good job, us.
Does that mean I pull a negative?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm the only the person whose scene it was, whose main scene it was.
Okay.
They're the only person that gets a card. So now we're going over to you, and so you can either say what kind of scene you'd like to play out, what you'd like to see or do, or you can choose a positive or negative and have everyone else tell you what your scene is.
Oh boy. Oh, that's so much pressure. I'm sorry.
You can do anything. You can continue going through the summer in order as we are. You can jump back to the end, like we kind of discussed, sort of doing. When
You know what? I'll jump back to the end, or jump back to the end. I'll pop to the end, and let's say that you did convince Kitty to let me use some of the art supplies to build some bird nest boxes near your farmland, and I will be going around that morning to check on them, but I am not tall enough, so I enlisted my older sister to come with me.
Okay, I'm good with that.
I figure you said you're jockey, so maybe you're, I don't know, good height or something. I don't know.
I don't know what a good height is, but sure.
You're good heighted. You are the whole sibling.
Kip, I thought you said we'd be there already.
I mean, it's just right over the end of that clearing.
Okay, well then I'll race you there. And she just...
Yeah, I'm not running. And Kip's just gonna take a sweet time. You don't want to run, actually, because you might scare the bird. Yeah, actually, that's a really good point. Nadine just made this motion, and I feel like if you're running to the farm, then all the like morning birds just scatter.
Is it spooky though? Is it a spooky bird scatter? Is it like the caw caw?
Yeah, it's all
feel like,
crows and ravens or
Should
something.
be, yeah.
For some reason, it's all crows.
Tell you why it would be crows if someone stopped using pesticide and there were lots of bugs.
Okay, well, Kip catches up to the edge of the farmland. Well, I mean, at least we can probably still check because, I mean, so I'm kind of worried since we're gonna leave these for the season, and I don't know if I really trust Miss Daisy to, you know, check in on them. We just want to make sure that like no squirrels or anything have got in there and made a mess of them. Birds can, you know, get back.
Yeah, okay.
So I just need you to like, you know, lift up the top thing and make sure that there's nothing in it. Like, you know, do you know what rodent poop looks like?
I
Never
mean,
mind. Just tell me what's in it.
Bobby gets like even being taller, Bobby's got to like maneuver and opens the top up and just, ew.
Oh no, what's in it?
Nothing. It's empty.
Hey. There's, you know, a little bit to next one. Down to the end of patch of
Plot.
plot of the vegetable crop. I don't know why I can't remember any names of like anything tonight. Hail. Patch of hail.
Okay.
How are things going with you? Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's the same. I mean, obviously we adore each other. I mean, everyone can see that.
Okay. Just want to make sure, because you know sometimes I don't know. We'll check in on their siblings or something. I don't know. I'll talk. How's it going?
What, kid? Why are you always so awkward?
Am I awkward?
Kip, you're the most awkward person I think I know.
All right. Well, how do I stop being so awkward?
Have more confidence.
I'm confident. I can name all of the local insect species in this area. Probably doesn't matter.
You let Daisy call you Little Bobby.
I think it's an affectionate thing. I think it's you know, littler than Bobby. Like, you know, like I'm little mini you or something, right?
But are you? I mean, I'm on track and field. You're in all the science clubs.
Have the same nose.
Yeah, we both have dad's nose. Thanks for reminding me. It's a fine nose. It's a fine nose. It's fine.
I don't think the problem's with me. I think you, if we're going along that line of things, I think maybe you're too confident.
Well, how do I stop being so confident?
Well, I mean that came out weird. I think confidence is good, but I think that sometimes you're not really confident.
Do you think I'm overcompensating for something?
Look, when we were in high school and you were dating Marigold, you talked about her all the time, like about your future plans and things, and you know, all the stuff that you did together, and you talk about Katie, but it's Rena. But it's not the same. It's like, you know, I mean, everyone talks about what a great couple you are, but it just doesn't seem...
Yeah, we're such a great couple. I know. But what's there to talk about? I mean, I see Kitty all the time. We're always together.
You're not together right now.
That's true, I'm together with my nerdy brother. And I'm having an enjoyable morning.
Really?
Yes, really. I give you a hard time, but I do love you. And she playfully punches his shoulder. I feel like that's what all jocks do.
This is my understanding of how to jock.
That tracks.
If in case you didn't notice, I did start sliding a positive card towards you. Nadine and I decided that this had to go well for Kip.
Yeah, I think that was cute. I also like the kind of like menacing undertone of like, oh, you're not together right now, so maybe we could slide into the scene with you too. I'm a terrible, terrible drama fiend. You
Cuts to
just
Kitty
like,
and Daisy just on a pile of like tied up weed, ready for packaging.
Literally, like...
Sorry, wheat.
Wheat.
It's just so much bread everywhere.
how do you peek at the card?
Oh, you should be able to, like, right-click and then hit
Oh, I see.
flip.
Okay, it's not bloody. Okay.
No one, just a murder of crows, no murder of murder.
I was really hoping that the crows were there because of a murder, honestly.
Oh, that would have been good.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Since there is no murder you need to discover, is that okay for your scene?
Yeah, I don't know how to end these.
I mean,
don't
I
know
think
how to
that
keep-
With the jock
think the-
punching,
with the
that's
I think the scene ends with us, you know, checking the next bird box.
Aw.
Cute.
Because I gotta check them. I'm tall.
Perfect. Love it. All right, Mal, it's your turn. You have a scene in mind you would like? Or do you know if you would like a happy or bad ending? Oh, and something I don't think I said at the beginning, there are a limited number of positive and negative cards, so you can't just keep giving out positives, just so y'all know. Eventually, if we don't kind of give them out evenly, we will get to a point where we have nothing but one type of card left. The only exception to that is the final card of an act is allowed to be a wild card. Otherwise, you're limited to turns.
I sort of have an idea for a scene, but I think more than that, I know I want it to go poorly.
Okay. I have thoughts. Does anyone else have thoughts for Bobby? Ooh, actually, why don't you take the negative card, since that's what you determined, and we are getting to pick your
Ooh.
scene. Why don't you take the negative card and do a quick peek, and we'll see if it's bloody or not.
It's bloody.
Oh, no. Okay. Flip it back over.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, y'all can say, but I was gonna say we haven't been to the spooky cabin yet, and I kind of like the idea of maybe, like Bobby has to go with Kitty to get supplies from the the spooky cabin, something like that. You know what I mean? You can just decide why you're doing that. You can decide, like, the whole way walking there, are y'all acting nice, then you get there to have a fight, or like, what does the cool couple do? What do you think? What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that.
Find a body, find a body.
So if we're cleaning up the camp after the kids, you could be like stowing away those weird camp mattresses, and you each have to like carry an end or something to store them in the
Each have to carry an end, so Bobby's carrying it, and Kitty has like a cursory like hand on it. These acrylics are expensive, all right?
Oh my gosh.
I know
I do
you
like
told
the
me that
ombre.
before. I mean, it
Yeah.
does look nice.
Yeah, I know, that's where I got them. I hate her. Oh my god, I hate her so much.
Oh my god, I love that.
You know, Bobby, my love, my sweet. I'm gonna need you to like stop your brother from like asking me to take away from my very important business and moving it towards the little bird boxes. That's not fiscally or even, you know, visually appealing to me or anyone who cares about nature when you have synthetic plastics. You know how durable they are?
Unfortunately, yes, I do. They're very durable. There's mountains of trash in the ocean.
Listen,
I'm on
I
Twitter.
can't see them, so they're not real.
I mean, I don't see what the problem is letting Kip do something like that. I mean, he really likes those birds. And there's some specific ones around here that they really want to see. And I mean, we're almost done.
Can you carry this? It's way too heavy for me.
Yeah.
I'll like open the door. Anyway, like I hate this cabin. I hate it. What number is it?
Hang on, I can't. Maybe 13? If I turn this way.
Yeah, no, go on your side.
Maybe if I
like turn it that way.
Which way?
Diagonally. Diagon alley.
What if I and I think Bobby doesn't want to do this all day, and so somehow they get it stood up in the frame, but it's too wide, and from the outside, she just shoves until it pushes in and flops down. And because she's pushing so hard, she ends up on it right away with a big poof of dust.
Bobby, I bought you those shorts. Don't ruin them. God.
They're fine, babe. They're fine. Isn't this
Oh my God. One of the kids left the stupid Halloween body up.
Why? I thought we weren't.
What does it
I thought
smell?
we got those out.
Well, it's Halloween, so I'm sure we're getting it soon.
What is
Kind of smells like Daisy's cooking.
No, even that gruel that the kids eat isn't this bad. It really.
Let's see what it is. Go. I'm gonna get like
It's
my
coming-
phone flashlight out.
It's coming from the decoration. Coming from over that way.
We'll go see it. These legs aren't this toned by walking.
Is there someone drip paint on the floor?
Yes.
And then I think she, like, you see Bobby with her phone light as well, just like following the drops of what is obviously blood on the floor. Kitty, we need to go. We need to go now.
1 second, 1 second. And she's
Nope.
texting
And then
Daisy.
I think there's that moment of Bobby following, like there's a pool under the body. He looks up and it's I want to say it's one of the other physical education counselors that Bobby would maybe know better. Kitty, it's Steven. It's Steven, and we need to go. Oh my god, Kitty. And I think there's like that hand reaching wherever you are without turning around, like, and then she pulls you. We need to talk to the head counselors. Look at it.
Oh my God. Ew. No, Steven, stop. It's not funny. Oh my God. And then I'm assuming they would figure it out.
Because I think, according to legend, this Cabin 13's haunted, right? So I think Bobby starts pushing Kitty towards the door. Like, we need to talk to the head counselors. We need to go. And Bobby manages to push Nadine push Kitty past the door. And then the door closes.
That is not funny, Bobby.
Kitty, come on, let me out. This isn't funny.
I'm not holding it. Stop holding it.
I'm not holding it, Kitty. Let me out.
And she's like, I don't even like door handles. Why would I be touching it?
Well, at least their tour t-shirts are reasonably priced.
And then, because we found a body. We all know this is gonna go terribly, right? And I have been playing a scary game lately. And so I think even though it goes poorly for Bobby, Kitty hears just a Kitty.
Absolutely not. And then she's just gonna peg it. She's just gonna run. She is leaving Bobby's house.
Yep. And I think Bobby the scene ends with Kitty leaving and Bobby like, let me out, come on.
God. Oh my god.
How did we make this Call of Cthulhu?
How did Fiasco. Oh boy.
Well, that is how Mal and I met.
Oh, really?
Yep, it was Call of Cthulhu.
That's
Our
very
two
funny.
nervous boys.
Oh my god, that's very good. I just want to say a quick thank you because during your scene we had a donation come in for Trans Lifeline. So thank you, anonymous spooky, because it shows up as a ghost when it's anonymous. Thank you,
Oh.
spooky ghost gifter. We appreciate you coming in, enjoying some murders with us, and donating to a good cause. Thank you. Oh my god. So Nadine, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I do not want to give a positive to this individual whatsoever. So I would like for it to end negatively.
Okay.
And then should I flip it to see what happens?
I would take a peek at it. I would take a
Sure.
peek at it, and then we kind of can have an idea of what we're dealing with.
Oh. Oh, I see. It is bloody.
Well. Okay.
So
Okay.
I assume it'll probably be Daisy and Kitty.
Okay.
And it's obviously, secret lover stuff. And
Are you complaining to me about Bobby? Because you just
Yes. We could also flash back to
earlier. Yeah.
Daisy asking to make bird boxes. Okay. I don't know how early you want to go in the whole process.
That's fine with me. We can probably do that. Flip
Okay.
backwards. To the first week of camp. Where up until now there had been no murders, I think.
We can go to the end. We can go to the end. It can be like outside, and I'll just be complaining about Bobby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it can be after the first body has been discovered.
Okay. Yeah. My
Yeah.
only thought is because we were kind of talking about keeping the murders away from them.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying put it to the end. Cool beans.
Yeah.
So I think they're probably at like a tree house that was built by like some of the kids who have turned into counselors, and like now the counselors only know about this tree house. And that's kind of like our little
Getaway.
getaway.
Can we be partaking in the wheat?
Absolutely.
Can
And,
we be chilling?
Like, how do I say this non-TOS? Kitty does not burn. She only has it straight. She refuses. It's like she has to have a little pipe. She won't. She's like, ew. Tobacco? Do you know what tobacco does to you? Do you know what tobacco does to you? And she like lectures people about the bad things about smoking tobacco, but not, anything else.
This is all natural.
She also does not believe
This is-
in plastic.
I've never seen these the mess that plastic has made, so it's not truly
Doesn't exist.
doesn't exist. Okay. So
So
we're like
anyway,
up.
she was like, oh yeah, go for it.
No, we're up in this like little like getaway, and we're like chilling.
So she was like, we should start thinking about moving in together and finding a place. And I'm like, oh, my business is already good enough that I can buy my own place. All right. I don't need you. Anyway, so I was like, oh, sure, we'll do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just have to give to get.
Yeah, I mean, sounds really clingy. I don't know if you want to be like, I don't even really get why you. I mean, sure, she's like real buff and real hot and like can like
She is
lift
buff and
all
hot.
the mattresses over her head with like no effort
It's kinda
whatsoever.
crazy.
Yeah. But
Ugh,
also,
don't remind me of those mattresses. Ugh. You know, Steven has a mole on his chin.
I did
It's
not
pretty
know
gross.
that Steven
Yeah.
has a mole on his chin.
Had.
Yes, right. Let's to Steven. Like,
To Steven.
oh, God,
Why are you here? Daisy, like, you are so much better than gruel. You know, it's not gruel to make gruel.
I get you. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, I mean, the land here is pretty good. I think I get it cheaper because it's like right on like the land with the camp. Like technically, I'm not sure. Like I kind of every year I've been like moving a little bit further and further into the campgrounds without
It's
them
kind
noticing.
of astonishing that you have not been caught yet.
Yeah. So, you know, because technically I only own like 1 acre, but I'm using like 10. Like, honestly, it's
You're
pretty impressive.
so thrifty.
Yeah. You know, I
Wow.
mean, it's not like they were gonna grow anything on the land, so, you know, they've got
No.
so much.
I mean, there was that kale patch, but who needs kale?
Yeah. No, you know what? Actually, kale's a pretty good seller. I don't. People put it in stuff. So
They
sure, I
do.
grow it. Why not? You know, I can charge like so much for kale.
Smoothies and like
Mhm.
salad.
Yeah.
This
Yep.
shit is really strong.
I
Oh my
know.
god.
This is the good stuff right here. And then, you know, like, and then all the counselors, all the parents, all the kids, you know, they come in, they drop their kids off, they buy a little from me. It's good. It's a pretty good you know, it's just you gotta be where the business is, and the business is where all the rich kid parents are.
So smart.
Mm-hmm.
You may not be buff or strong.
No, not at all.
You are
not even
smart.
a little bit. Thank you. Yeah. That's why you keep me around,
I
right?
need to tinkle. She's gonna like climb very like down these rungs. And she's gonna be like, Daisy, like, doing that stupid
Doing
like,
the
squat.
shuffle.
Do you have a tissue or something?
No, just use the leaves with the least amount of ridges.
Oh my god, that's all right.
Yeah, just make sure they're not the pointy ones, not the ridgy ones.
Got a maple leaf? No, too many corners.
Actually, like a sugar maple might do. That might do you good.
And then I'm assuming there's a body.
You keep finding all the bodies. So do I just like hear a scream? Like what? Like you go looking,
Yeah.
you're like looking for leaves for toilet paper.
Right. All right.
As you do.
And it's like, why is there someone taking a nap? She's being so obtuse. And she'd be like, excuse me, do you know where some sugar maples may be? And then you hear a scream.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna like try and like get out of the tree and kind of like stump, like kind of fall halfway, like, and then like scramble up to like come over. They're like, "What is it, Kitty? What the hell?" There's just like a body.
I peed myself.
Oh my!
There's a body.
Kitty, you
He is
didn't
now.
like, Kitty.
Kitty.
Kitty pee pee. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's, yeah. And I'm like gonna go over and like poke it with my foot. Like, yeah, that is a.
Don't.
Well, I just excuse me, you're not sleeping. Oh no, that's blood. Nope,
No.
that's not sleeping.
Oh god.
Nope. That's like, who are we gonna say this is? This is the, There. Okay, I'm gonna say. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna put something in chat.
Yes.
Okay. Mal, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Oh God. No, I've got it. I'm gonna say this body, like, we weren't sure because you just saw it like laying out at first, but now we see it like it has no arms. It's the woodworking instructor.
My
Like,
God.
oh, that is so. Didn't they? They're always talking about safely using the
How are they
equipment.
gonna
What the
make
hell?
My bird boxes now.
Kitty.
Helmet.
Kitty.
Yeah.
I think this
We
is
need
a
to
little
go
more
get
important
someone.
than your bird boxes. Yeah, I'm gonna
We
go get
need-
someone.
No, the most important thing is that I need to get changed right now. I cannot be Kitty PP.
Okay. Why don't you go and
He's not
change-
going
Oh,
anywhere.
That's true. You're right. Okay, let's go get you changed, Kitty PP. Let's go. I mean, I'm sorry. Not like a fun little nickname between us. No. Okay.
Oh,
So then we just leave to get you changed before reporting this body we discovered. Like,
I like to think that in true horror movie fashion, you do report the body, but then you go back and it's not there anymore. Because you said it's not going anywhere.
yeah, that's true. You said that, so you jinxed it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like blood on the ground, or like there's just no body, or like?
That
How
depends,
spooky
because
is
in
it?
Cabin 13 we insinuated that it is actually haunted.
Oh my God! The body ends up in cabin 13.
There's no blood, it's just a whole bunch of sugar maple leaves.
That's so good. Yes.
Okay. Amazing. All right. I wanted to like discover the hands in the woodworking shop, but that's not.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking of like a scene. Um, Okay, do we want to just continue like why don't we okay, we went and got Kitty changed. Only good things happen in this game. All right. And now we're gonna go report it. So maybe this can be the first scene with all of us. Why don't we go to like find someone to report it to and stumble into Kip and Bobby? Is that cool? Okay. I don't know if you're checking more bird boxes or what you're doing. The two of you having a beautiful sibling bonding moment, which we're gonna ruin in a second.
Timeline wise, it could be like right after that. Like the scene that we had could have been before. Oh no, wait. Yes.
Well, it has to be after. It would in
After
this
the first-
instance, it would have to be after the first body.
Right. After the first body, before this, or like at the same time. Which makes me a terrible brother that I didn't ask if
How
if
your brother
poor-
was how your sister was doing.
poor Bobby was having trauma over discovering a body, but maybe Bobby didn't tell me. I don't know about the murders yet.
Protecting the soft siblings doing a protect. I can really quickly say
Very
convoluted. Thank you, Gabe. Stop it. Stop gifting subs, chat. Thank you so much. I super appreciate it. Thank you so heckin' much. Welcome on in. If anyone's just arriving, just a little heads up, I'm gonna do the content warning thing again. We're playing Fiasco, which is already like a heck of a time. But today we're playing Camp Death Fiasco, which involves extra spicy Fiasco, if you may.
So spicy.
extra murdery. We've already discovered 2 bodies so far. So we are playing into the spooky season. So welcome on in, friends. Just to lay it out for you as it is. Yeah. So yeah, I really like the idea that Kip, if it's cool with y'all, that Kip and Bobby are coming back from doing the boxes, and like, can we? I'm trying to think of how this would go. Are we leaving from getting you changed, or I almost like the idea. I like the idea
You
that
can
you two
absolutely embarrass Kitty.
No,
She is
no,
Pee
no,
Pee
no.
Kitty.
She's kitty pee. No, I actually kind of like the idea that we have finished that. You're changed. You've gotten away with it as far as you're concerned. But we've gone over to like the administration building and we're knocking and no one's answering. Cause this is a horror
There is
movie,
no more
y'all.
responsible adults. We are the responsible adults. Oh no.
It's just us. It's just us left. Yeah. So we're like, so yeah, I'm definitely like, Daisy's like knocking like, hey, what the heck? Where? Come on. We have to. We need. Who runs this place?
We need more people, okay? Daisy, we need to go find someone.
Yeah. We don't find anyone here. Wait, hey! And then I'm gonna like see you two coming down from. You were at my farm, weren't you? Hey, you two. Wait, what were you? Hey, come over here. We need to talk to you.
Who is it? I don't wear glasses because they're dumb.
You really should wear your glasses, Kitty. Maybe
I
you
was
wouldn't have
shown
just
that, it's
stumbled
fine.
across 2 bodies at this point by now if you just wore your glasses.
Up.
Oh,
hey,
Bobby,
Bobby and little
Elsa,
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby, my love, my sweet, my darling.
Katrina.
Kip.
All right. Do either of you know where the administrator is? I don't know what a camp leader is called. The camp
Head counselor.
Yeah. Does anyone know where the head counselor is? Because we kind of have an issue and no one is answering at the office.
Yeah, actually, he said earlier that he was heading off to the hardware store in the next town over to get a whole bunch of plywood to start winterizing the A through K cabins.
That is not helpful at all. We found a body.
That's
all
very
right.
helpful. You know, you really need
Yeah.
to
No,
Found another
cabins.
body.
For the situation we have right now, Kipley, all right?
Yeah, so Bobby, what did you do when you found Steve?
I didn't find. Oh, you mean that Bobby? Okay.
Yeah, Big Bobby. Muscle Bobby. Buff
I
Bobby.
mean-
Big buff Bobby.
Kip
I
looks
don't,
down at their scrawny arm.
I mean, I don't know what Kitty did. I mean, when I made it back, I mean, I went right to Ace.
Ace isn't
Ace
here.
is not here.
So
Hard burst.
we
I mean, the administration building's the only one that has the phone, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, if you found another, who
Well,
was it?
Why don't we have phones? This is 2020.
Is it? Or is it like
It is.
1987?
1984.
I mean, I think maybe we would have our phones, but I bet there's terrible signal out here. So the administration
Yeah.
building
Yes.
has their own landline,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you know, like, this is a camp for spoiled rich kids. We've kind of already said, right? So some of them
Yeah.
might have fancy sat phones that have signal everywhere for $1,000 a minute, but that's not us.
Yeah. And they're all gone.
Yeah. Wait, who was it? You said you found another one?
Yeah, it was Jamie the woodworking, you know, the one that was
Who
always
did the
like
boxes
safety
now?
first. Like, and then oddly enough, found them in a very unsafe kind of predicament.
Sorry, the wheat. It's not funny at all.
Yeah, it's real strong. You're good.
Wait, what happened to?
I'll be fine.
Okay, well, yep.
You know, when you get drunk, you're a little legless. Well, when you're dead, you're a little armless. Not
Kitty.
funny. Sorry.
That was really. I'm like leaning into you, like.
Just going into like giggles.
Yeah, we're having like such a giggle fit right now. Oh, that was really good, cause he was like.
Because he had no arms.
Yeah.
I just
Bobby,
can't
are they
even with
talking
both of
about
you.
a movie or something?
Kip, I didn't want to tell you, but we found Steve in cabin 13.
And then Bobby locks herself in cabin 13.
I didn't
first.
lock myself in the cabin. I pushed you out and I
didn't
tried to
do
follow
it.
you. I pushed you out, and as I was trying to follow you, the door closed
Why would
on
the
its
door
own.
Close.
You know, I read that effectively communicating is key to a healthy relationship, and I.
What's
don't
wrong?
know
There's
if
nothing
this
wrong with
is-
our relationship. We're perfectly healthy and having a great time, actually.
Because I did some research on.
Well, Ace
Well,
isn't
Bobby?
here.
Yes. So
We're
why don't-
gonna need you to get those beautiful tone muscles, and you
Yeah.
need to run up the hill to get the signal, and you need to call the police.
Yeah.
It's quite literally what you're built for.
Yeah, if you could just go to like the highest spot on, like the high hill. Look at Kitty and I start high hill. We go there all the time.
This is
Yeah,
funny.
so-
This is good.
You want me to run up the hill where the zip line starts and climb the tower,
Yep.
and you think I'll get a signal up there?
Probably.
Well, we're not getting one down here, and like,
Kip, are there enough towers close enough that would even work?
Theoretically possible.
See? Kip even said yes.
yeah, theoretically possible is still possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how old is this camp? Why don't instead take us to see Jamie, and maybe by the time we come back, Ace will be back.
Ooh. Or I have another idea. Bobby, I have another idea. Bobby. I look at Kitty.
Yeah,
Bobby.
Daisy.
I gotta convince Bobby to do this. I like whisper to Kitty, like, tell Bobby to use her real big muscles and break down the door. It'll be real
Bobby.
good.
Sweetie, honey, it was my idea. I think you should break down the door with your beautiful, gorgeous, Adonis-like body.
Okay, this is. You're both really weird right now. Why don't we just go get Carol? Because, the camp nurse has to have a key, right? Because the nurse has to have access to.
Carol's here?
Yes! Carol's
Why
not leaving-
wasn't that brought up beforehand?
Well, Carol's not leaving until after our big campfire tonight.
Because fire safety. Yeah, I agree.
I think this is a good moment to decide if this
Mm-hmm.
is going well or badly so that we can pull a card and see if it's bloody or not. How do you think this
I feel
is
like
going?
the fact that you two are still
Hi.
weated out of your form not going super well.
And giggling. Do you think it's not go? Because I feel like from Daisy's perspective,
We're having a great time.
Daisy just convinced Kitty to convince Bobby to use their Adonis body to break down the door to the office.
That's fair. Actually, you're right. It is going very well for the
It's going great for Daisy.
weedy pals.
The weedy pal. Okay. I'm gonna pull the card. Beep. Aw, no blood.
No blood.
Sorry.
More death. More.
Murder, murder, murder.
Okay. So how does this going well look? I think it's up to you, Bobby. I think this going well for Daisy is Bobby agreeing to either go to the top of the hill or break down the door. It's one of those two.
Mhm.
This is what good looks like to Daisy right now.
I think because ultimately I don't think it would help, but from Daisy's perspective it's still good, that Bobby will sigh, double check that there's enough life in her phone, and then take off towards the big hill. Because at least then she hasn't wrecked camp property.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Okay. Well, that's still something. That that'll get the word out. We'll figure out what happened here. Little Bobby, you okay? Do we need to go to the cafeteria and get you like a box of juice?
Because they're young.
They're not that young. They're in a cave. For anyone arriving in chat.
Yes.
Ren
Yeah.
is playing
Little-
Kip,
I'm gonna say
an
little
adult.
Bobby is like 20.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, an adult. But-
Because little Bobby thinks that you have the best interests at heart for him, because you've been so kind all summer with facilitating the bird boxes and everything. It will not understand the underlying patronizing tone to the juice box comment, and will. Yeah, that.
Okay, let's do that. And I'm gonna take you along, and that's gonna be the end of Kitty. Let's stay together, maybe. Then, I think
She'll
that's the end
follow
of that.
along. She's zooted.
Yeah.
Having a great time.
Yeah, I think it's the end of that scene. It is your turn for a scene. What would you like?
I think it's a scene that naturally makes sense, because I was planning on moving us towards the bonfire, but instead I think what we need is the scene where some small town cop actually does show up to investigate the body, because Bobby was able to get a call through.
Ooh.
I think that means we need a good old yeehaw pop boy NPC, I guess.
Okay.
I don't
But
know
like
about
a
y'all
massive-
city folks, but around here we do things a certain way.
Is that you volunteering?
That's just me helping set the mood. If you want me to volunteer, I guess that's a volunteer.
Actually, yeah, you're still.
Yeah.
Bobby's still walking back from that hike all the way up the hill. So
12-mile hike.
So Officer Judd here shows.
Judd!
I'm still looking at the name list.
So good. I'm sorry.
Shows up, and the three of us are. Yeah, that's. Just procured some juice for little Bobby.
Here you go, little Bobby. It's Apple, your favorite.
Kitty is currently stuffing pretzels into her mouth. She's got full-on munchies. She's like, it's gross. Yeah. It's gross.
Perfect.
So are you at the
Cafeteria area.
cafeteria area then when Officer Judd arrives?
Let's say for ease of flowing into it, we're on the porch area of the mess hall place, so that Officer Judd pulls up and pick up the cop pickup truck, and sees us first.
Beautiful.
Oh, an officer of the law. I like look at Kitty and I'm like, I motion to like hide, make sure she hides anything she has on her.
She does
Hello?
not get it.
Okay. Hello, officer. I like try and push you behind me.
Just like, not quite the slam of the door, but and then the crunch of the gravel as Judd walks over. Now I got a phone call about something going on here. Oh, hey, Daisy, how you doing?
Hi. Hey, Judd. How's it going today? How you doing?
I'm good. Maybe after we wrap this thing up here, I can talk to you. Getting a little...
Oh, yeah, of course. Totally. We'll definitely have that conversation. But in the meantime, we did find a person. A former person.
A former person? You mean, like, dead body?
Yeah, we were out in the woods, and then Kitty had to go pee. And then
I definitely didn't pee on myself.
she definitely did not pee on herself out of fear of finding a dead body, but there it was. Over by the sugar maples.
I'll like lean over to Kip and I'll be like, do you think you can grow facial hair like Judd? Like, it's a really thick mustache. No. Okay. I've always wanted to have a beard.
Sorry, I'm too gay not to laugh at these videos on accident.
Well, I think you better take me over to where this body is then. That's indeed what you saw.
Kip is gonna like launch themselves over the thing. Hi, officer. Hi, I'm Kip. I got my investigation badge from Scout Troop Kildare of Sudbury, and if you want some help, because you don't already have I could probably help.
I think Judd is actually sincere in this, but maybe it feels patronizing to Kip. But Judd gets one of those like little sheriff stickers for when all the like little kids want to be the deputy with him. Sure, Kip, here you go. Why don't do you have a notepad on you? You can keep my notes for me.
I do. Always be prepared. And pulls
Hey, Daisy, should we let
notepad.
the youngin look at the body? I don't think Bobby's gonna like that.
That was what I was worried about. Little Bobby. I'm
She's
just
not moving
worried.
at all.
I'm just worried that Big Bobby is gonna get mad and beat me up. If she finds out, I let you see the body. That's my only concern is for my bodily okayness.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I just do you think
Maybe we can go there, but you just close your eyes the entire
Yes!
time.
Close your eyes. How about that? Deal? Like,
Well,
She'll go up to Officer Judd and be like, would you like a pretzel? Go out.
A good investigator.
Did you know I have an Etsy line?
What's
she'll
that?
talk- She'll talk about Etsy.
so we walk over there. What's Kip
Well, Kip was gonna hand Daisy the notebook and say, well, a good investigator can't investigate without their eyes, so you have to take notes. I'll
No, okay, you can look. No, you can look, I guess. Just don't look too long, maybe? And just don't tell your sister, like, I let you look too... Just,
Like, use your peripheries.
Yeah, kind of like, flash.
Don't worry, there's a lot of things that I don't tell my sisters, probably.
Me too.
Oh. And then Kip just looks down at the notebook. Vaguely
Okay.
creepy. Anime flash of the glasses.
Yes, Kip the killer. Oh, no.
Now I'm thinking of that.
canon.
Now I'm thinking of that movie that started as a Twitter thread. You might be the killer.
I'm terrified. I'm suddenly very scared of Kip. Okay.
Yeah. So I think Officer Judd ushers everyone into the truck. 'Cause even though it's even. So I mean, like, is it a pickup truck, or is this like, a you know?
I think it's
like a pickup, but I'm happy to jump in the bed.
I was gonna say, I'm happy for Kitty to be in the back, like doing like one of these.
You're like standing up behind the cab,
Right.
like just.
She's just throwing out her business cards to people she goes past.
There's like no one actually here, so you're throwing it at like
No, it's just
lawn
littering.
decorations or something.
Yeah, and so that way we can get the car and everyone to where the body should be. Do you
we-
all hop in the bed then, or does one of you
Nah,
ride?
I'll drop in
with-
the cab. I'll come in the cab.
I don't think we necessarily need to play it out, but I think that's
No.
where,
But
Doug
I was
has
gonna
the
say.
conversation about his stash getting low.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, so we discuss business while Kip and Kitty are in the back together. Do we wanna determine good or bad ending here? So you can pull a card and see if it's.
Do you want to play it out a little bit, Ren, or?
Yeah, or do you want to talk? Do you want to do a conversation between Kitty and Kip a little more before we decide?
I've just got the Kip weak in my voice naturally at this point. I think that Kip is probably just taking the. But I don't know, like, if this is a good outcome or a bad outcome.
Well, we're going to see the body.
I thought the body was gonna be gone.
Yeah, I thought we decided the body would be gone. But I mean, that's not necessarily like on Kip as a good or bad. Like stuff can still happen after we determine. Why don't we say
I
good?
think it's good because
Yeah, let's say something good. So go ahead and take a pot.
didn't just like say screw off, dude.
Yeah, take
Nice.
a positive, take a peek at it, and then we'll wrap up the scene with a good ending.
Oh, it's got blood.
Oh!
Ooh,
Do we find a
ooh,
different body?
with
Oh.
no legs?
Oh no. Oh no, are they just building another person? No. No.
That's scary.
Well, we did mention that the nurse was still around.
I was thinking it was gonna be the nurse
Ooh.
too. What did you say her name was? Carol?
Carol.
Carol.
Okay.
Yeah.
I started writing them down because I got confused.
Yeah. Okay. Ren, tell us what this good ending with a body looks like.
So I like to think that there's the scene obviously where they get to the clearing and there's no body and you're both all acting all sheepish and and the cop is probably frustrated at having been called for nonsense. But am I allowed to just like narrate horror movie?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So the body that you originally found was basically right under, in some bushes underneath your little wheat smoking clubhouse up in
Shack.
the tree. So I like to think that after, everyone is sort of arguing about where this body may have been, if there had ever been a body, and some blood just like drips on Officer Judd's collar. And there's this scene where he looks up and there's just like blood dripping from the corner of this treehouse. And
Ooh.
the body is up. YouTube. Just where?
Yikes.
That is so good. That is very, very good.
Big yikes.
Love it.
Can I just have like an aside? I just really like the idea that Bobby just comes back to an empty camp. No one's there. You know what I mean? Like, no one waited for her.
Yeah, Bobby runs back and is just like, hello?
Poor Bobby.
There was just a creak in somebody's and I was just like, "Ah."
It was probably my chair.
Okay. I was like, Ren, is it you? Ren, you're safe. We can see behind you. Don't worry. We'll watch. We'll watch your back.
That's horrifying. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. But you're safe. We
The
can,
one
we
I
can-
really don't like, I think there's a mirror maybe behind you or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Every single time I'm like,
Oh,
spooky.
the
No,
wizard
thank
hat?
you.
There's the wizard hat.
Oh, it's a wizard hat. It's not a
Oh,
mirror.
okay,
It's
okay,
not
okay.
reflective surface at all. Fantastic.
That means you're safe. As long as there's no mirror back there, you're fine. Okay. That's good for you, Ren.
Yeah.
Okay. Mal. Where's Bobby's?
I think the scene starts right there with Bobby like, hello? And calling out names. And because that run took so long and climbing up to get a signal took so long and getting back down, that it's, you know, I think it's almost the truck of the police officer and everyone is pulling away just far enough that Bobby doesn't notice. Bobby
Yeah.
gets back to no one being there, and Ace is coming back from the hardware store. So, who would like to be Ace?
What kind of person is Ace?
Camp administrator. And counselor. Seems to be a person of action. As they did immediately go to act upon issue. Why did they go to the hardware
Handy.
store again?
They went to the hardware store to go get plywood to start winterizing.
To, like, winterize the cabins.
Mhm.
I feel like, just because of how things are going, I feel like Ace needs to be even though Ace is a man of action, I think he's a little bit of a sleaze.
Oh no!
Because, I mean, we have how many more cards to turn?
Yeah.
Maybe at least one of these other counselors is, you know, sort of gonna get what they deserve, maybe.
Oh, that's fair. It's better. It is nicer.
You know, I
Nicer
mean,
when-
if you're
when
watching a horror
it's not
movie,
good
there
people.
are some characters that you're like, yeah, fuck you, you deserve that.
all right. I am happy to be Ace then. I've got it. So Ace is gonna pull up in the camp van, loaded up with plywood. Do you- okay.
Yeah, so I think Bobby's standing there, like, calling out for Daisy and Kip and Kitty, and then the van pulls up, and so it's Bobby jogging up to the passenger door. Kip! Or, sorry. Ace! It's... Where'd everybody go?
Ace is gonna slowly like roll down the window, kind of lean. Hey there, Dollface, what's up?
You know, I asked you to stop calling me that. But
No, you
you-
asked me to stop calling.
well, you can put this one on the list too.
Everything.
You could call me Bobby. That's what most people. Anyway, Ace, have you seen Kitty or Daisy or Pip or even Carol? Anyone? Well, I don't. I just ran up to the zip line, climbed up it, so that I could call the local sheriff. Because Kitty and Daisy found another body. Because you locked the office door and you left with the keys.
Daisy, no.
I feel like maybe Daisy just wanted to see me take a run.
Sure, that was a set.
Anyway, they didn't tell me where it was, but they said they found the woodshop counselor.
But
Dead. They made a joke even, I think, about him missing his arms.
that sure sounds like a fun prank.
Ace, it wasn't a prank. This is the second person we found dead.
It was
I had you call because we found Steve in cabin 13. Did you not call anyone when I told you about that?
yeah, I didn't call because it was another, end of season prank. This thing just, happens all the time, Tibbets.
Fine. Drive us to cabin 13. And she gets in the passenger side and slams the door.
Sure thing, honey bun. And is gonna drive you to cabin 13.
So are we already declaring this is going bad? Did you say?
Look, Mal said sleazy.
Yeah. You're
There's
doing
so
a
many
very good
face
job.
journeys from me and Jess.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, I feel like this is probably going bad for Bobby. Yeah.
Perfect.
You wanna pull out a bed? How bad is it? Is the card covered in blood? Because then you're finding another body.
I do not find another body.
Okay, so good. There you go. At least it's not another body bad. There you go. Some good news.
So I know earlier we theorized that maybe the woodshop body ends up in cabin 13 as well, but I feel like we need to have this be another situation of Bobby's gonna take Ace to the cabin where Steve was like up on the wall or something, and now there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
And now Bobby,
These poor kids.
Bobby has Ace in the haunted cabin with all the mattresses alone.
I
No,
don't think.
absolutely not.
Okay. Okay, then we'll fade that. That is just some uncomfortable innuendo and assumption that
Ace being a creepo. Yeah.
Bobby was just trying to get Ace there for untoward reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's what
yeah.
Ace thought.
That's what Ace thinks, because there's no body. Oh no, I didn't realize that. That's so bad.
And because this has to like that's not finding Steve is bad.
Yeah.
Ace hitting on Bobby's bad. But I think what really makes it bad and might set up other complications later is Bobby has to kick Ace, you know, to get out of the cabin. So maybe that's a thing that comes up later.
I hope Ace will murder next.
Let's go, murder Ace. Let's go.
Okay.
Really,
That's it.
the end of the story is us just all coming together to murder Ace.
Perfect. You good with that, Mal? With that end?
Yeah.
Okay. Nadine, would you do the honor of finishing the last scene of this act?
I don't know, there's a couple of ways that it could go. Bobby. I think what would make sense is Bobby coming back from the whole Ace situation and Kitty just being her usual shitbag self. And we'll see how south that goes.
I like it.
Okay. Oh my god, you took forever. Thanks for running. I appreciate it. We had Officer Judd. He took us out on the trip. We didn't find a... Did we find a body?
Found
We
Carol.
found another body. We found Carol?
Carol, the nurse up in the treehouse.
Yes. Gotcha. We may or may not have found another body, which is really irritating because I really like that treehouse, and now it's gonna have to get like scrubbed down, and because I'm not going in there, it's gross, you know. But anyway, I was wondering, could you possibly lend me your phone because I've killed it and I need to finish my Candy Crush like high score. So it's like a clack of acrylics.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
I honestly I feel like it's not obvious to Kitty that Bobby's actually really unhappy and there's that clack of Kitty's acrylics. And do you even care what just happened to me?
You went on a run. You love running. What's the big deal?
I got back and no one was
Track and
there.
field.
I got back and no one was there. And Ace showed up and I took Ace, who was hitting on me the whole time, and you know how much I hate that. And I took him to go find Steve because he thought we were joking about everything. And I got to cabin 13 alone with Ace hitting on me, and Steve's body wasn't there. And Ace tried to make the move.
I mean, we didn't exactly confirm that Steve actually died, so maybe it was a prank.
He was pinned to the wall.
Yeah, you know, special effects makeup is really accurate nowadays. I should get it.
Oh my god, you don't care about anyone but yourself, do you?
No. I care about other people. I care about you.
Do you care about me or do you care about Daisy? Because I've seen the two of you together.
I don't know what you're talking about. Did you know where? Can I have your phone? Are you gonna give me your phone? I need to play Candy Crush. You know, if I lose my streak, it all goes south.
Why?
Stop. Listen, it's been a long day. Let's just sit down. There's pretzels. Like, come on, Bobby. It's me and you. We're good.
I think I think actually Bobby just Bobby's fists clench up and she just yells at the sky and then throws her cell phone at Kitty. Fine. I'm gonna go find Daisy and Kit. Here's my phone. Docks off.
Well, it's in the middle of the evening. We're in the middle of the evening. We're gonna have dinner. Just sit, Bobby. Come on, don't leave. She'll kind of like stand petulantly at the door.
Okay, I have a question. Is this good because you got a phone, or is this bad because Bobby left?
Which one's more important, the phone or Bobby? Ooh. It's probably good because she's got the phone.
Okay.
In her head, it's like they're just having an argument. It's fine.
Yeah. Take a card.
Oh, me. I have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was like, come on, guys.
Oh, no blood.
No blood.
No more bodies. You didn't find a body. Perfect.
Boo.
All right. So that is the end of Act 1. On that note, we're gonna take a quick, like, a 10-minute break, and all y'all folks out there, thank you so much for hanging out with us, folks, and thanks for all the folks that came in on that lovely heckin' raid. We're gonna get up to a stretch, refill our waters, and then when we come back, we will play out the second half, the end of Camp Death, Camp Death. A little bit of both. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll see you in a few minutes. Bye. Hello, everyone. We have returned, and we have some very good news for you. We have chosen a very fun tilt for our adventures in Camp Death. We have in front of us innocence. Someone is mistaken for the killer as the first part of our tilt. And the second part of our tilt is, in fact, someone is hunted down. Fun time. So you can both take your cards back. You can flip them back over and take your cards back. But keep those things in mind. So we have someone is mistaken for the killer and someone is hunted down. Scenes that we can perpetrate. We still have everything else. All the other cards are still in play. If anyone is joining, hi, welcome. We are playing Fiasco. We are specifically playing Camp Death, which is a little bit even darker than a usual Fiasco. So we do have some warnings in the chat, and just to keep in mind, we are playing with safety tools. We do play all our games on this channel with safety tools. This is one we went over, and we're discussing where we are and how we feel, pretty regularly, checking in and talking about it. And if Modo is not for you, please feel free to bow out, uwu. Take care of you always. It's all good if this is not your thing. Sorry, I was doing that because we did some cute murders on stream a little while ago. They were uwu murders, so unlike this.
Was it Among Us?
It was Among Us. It was uwu Among Us.
I haven't watched it in years, but anytime someone says the word murder, I think of Hot Fuzz with the two deputies or whatever. They're like, was it a murder?
Yes. So with that, all that said, we'll head back to our game. And it is my turn. What do I want? Do I want to make y'all set up a Okay, what were we doing last? We got separated. Kitty wanted Bobby's phone. She got it. Everyone else, I'm guessing. Did the police officer drive away? We still have Ace. Ooh, we still have Ace to deal with.
Ace was left in the haunted cabin. I assume the police officer is probably done investigating.
I mean,
Is-
if we're assuming right, typical horror movie, terrible country sheriff, they probably didn't do enough and have already left.
Yeah. Is the body still up in the treehouse?
I mean, I would think so, because the sheriff's not going to be able to get the body down alone, right? Even if the sheriff's kind of terrible, they still have modern forensics, because it's modern day.
Yeah, so in theory, he
Yeah.
left to go get a
Coroner.
forensics team.
Gotta go get the county coroner. I don't know
Okay.
if that went from southern to whatever that accent was. I don't know.
Southern
County
British.
coroner.
I don't know what that was. Ignore me. He's gonna sit my
The
cocoa over here.
county coroner. as one does.
It's actually a summer camp in generic Britain. Something. I don't know.
Sussex. West Sussex. Somerset.
So was the county.
They just imported all of these American counselors because they were, interested.
Because they're trying to keep the rich American children. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. We don't
I'm
need to.
in pain.
We
I'm
don't
in
need to.
pain.
We don't need to make this non-canonical lore like for a one-shot throwaway game.
We are getting punchy. Alright.
Okay. So, oh god, I'm just trying to think of a scene I kind of want to either almost like maybe we get back together to have like a little talk, and like we as in like Kip, Kitty, and Daisy are prepared, like are trying to tell like Bobby what they saw, and then like Bobby can tell us, that Ace was being a dink, that sort of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like a meetup and a rehash of stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, hang on. Bobby, so you went to go show Ace the body in the cabin, and it wasn't there anymore. And we went to go show the officer the body in the woods, and that one wasn't there anymore, but there was a new body. Where are all the bodies going?
We don't know.
They try to get into like the mind of whoever is, killing everyone. What would be the best place in this camp? I think.
I feel like it's Cabin 13. But the body's not there anymore. Maybe we should, all of us, go together to Cabin 13. Also, Kitty, you have really good luck at finding bodies, so maybe you should, like, look in there first.
Yeah?
I feel
thought
like
I
you
was
found
on
all
though.
3 so far.
Yes? Yeah, I was definitely present for all 3. I meant, am I there in that scene? Because I thought,
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought we were getting back. I thought we had all met back up. Like we literally
Okay,
waited
cool,
till we
cool.
were all like back together. So
Okay.
so we haven't seen Ace.
Mhm.
Still like we haven't seen Ace yet, and
Yep.
the police officer left,
Yep.
and so we're back to just the 4 of us. And it's like, okay, this
Kip
camp
was
was
drawing
like
like diagrams of the campsite and So, all right. So my thoughts are that the places that we've already closed up for the end of the season. So Cabin 13 was the first one. So you're right in that we probably should go back there and maybe close it up for good so that they can't hide any more bodies in there, just in case. Also, we've got the walk-in freezer because you've already taken all the food out of there for the season because we're grilling up the rest of the hot dogs and stuff tonight. And yeah.
I'm like making my way over to Kitty. I'm like, how are they so good at naming good spots to hide bodies? Can I just say that's a little bit suspicious?
It's kind of freaky, isn't it?
I didn't even think of the walk-in fridge, but you could totally hide bodies
No.
in there.
And like you work in the kitchen and everything.
I work in the kitchen and I didn't think
You
of
would
that.
think that you would have thought it. They were like, you know?
Because if somebody is trying to like weird us out by hiding bodies and bringing them out and stuff, probably the walk-in freezer makes a lot of sense because it's kind of preserving it while they're playing jokes on us. And that also brings us to a very good point. We need to think about who's still left on the campsite and who could be playing this trick on us. Slash killing people.
I'm just saying, I think it's a little convenient that every single time that there's a body, Ace isn't there.
This is true. And Ace, can we all be really frank right now? Ace is a dick.
Ace has a lot of money, so I can't say either way.
Mm-hmm.
Ace has always been really
He buys a lot of
nice.
products.
Okay, we've got 2 votes for no, 1 vote for and Bobby. Opinions?
I mean, Ace is a dick, but is Ace capable of being a killer? I don't know.
Ace wasn't there when the
Didn't you
police officer was there. That's suspicious too. The police officer came to site and he wasn't here. How come?
And also, didn't you say that Ace didn't call the police when we reported the body? That's pretty suspicious. Like, I'm not saying I want to lose one of my most loyal customers, but
As soon as we found a body, you know what we did? We went to report it. What happens when you told Ace to find a body?
and I
Didn't
did change
report
my-
it.
But straight after, I guess.
Yeah, we thought we weren't talking about your.
I just don't. I made the mistake. It's fine.
Yeah, because Kitty totally did not pee herself.
I did not pee myself.
No, did not. We went straight to reporting the body, like
I
normal
do Kegels.
adults.
Kip just looks at Bobby.
I think we should break into the office. I think that's still on the agenda. I know we took it off the agenda when we sent you, Bobby, to the top of the hill. However, I think it's back on the agenda that we break into the office.
Breaking and entering is a thrilling thing to do, as long as I'm not doing it, of course.
Well, I mean, why would we need to break into the office? Because Ace is right in there. I see the light on.
He's what?
Do you
He's
want to
just
pull it?
staring at us in the window.
Oh no! Oh my God! There's just a
Briefly.
silhouette. There's just a silhouette. Okay.
Yes.
Is now the moment to pull a card and see if there's blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure, let's do it. Is that
I think
positive or negative?
That's what I'm trying to think
No.
of. I don't think it's anything.
I think it's
yet.
positive because we're connecting dots.
But I don't like it that little Bobby pointed out that the fridge is a good place to hide bodies. Don't
and
like
if we're
that.
gonna
Little Bobby is
if we're
scaring
gonna-
me a little bit.
If we're gonna go to the office, where Ace, who might be a killer, is apparently standing in the window.
Uh-huh. Do you think that's bad? You trying to tell me you think this is bad for me? Okay,
I mean, I think this is bad for everyone in the long run.
Pulling back
honestly.
card. No blood.
Darn.
Sorry. If he's dead.
Ace is silhouetted in the window.
Mhm.
Has like a flask.
Do we-
Day drinking.
Okay, yeah, we like so
Mood.
the good and bad here. Good, no body. But my negative ending is that like Ace moves, and I think Daisy changes her mind. Is like, you know what? The fridge. Let's go look at the fridge, everyone. How about instead let's go look at the fridge? I think that's, you know, maybe we don't go, and maybe we wait till the officer gets back to talk to Ace. How about that? That seems like a good idea.
Yeah, you know,
Right?
Ace is like standing in the window staring at you all drinking and like winks at one of you. Like,
No, okay, all right, let's go. Yeah.
No!
The fridge is amazing. Let's go.
Let's go! That's the end of my scene.
well, now I know I can play creepy.
Creepy's always fun to play.
Yeah, it is fun, I feel like.
Okay, well. Naturally, I feel like gotta go to the freezer.
Yeah.
You can
yeah.
jump around though, if you have something else you would like to do.
Yes. I would like to jump back to before the children get to camp.
Mhm.
Beginning of the summer again. Kip is helping somebody catalog things in the mess hall and is just like behind you know, the stacks of dry goods and rice and stuff, and I would like Kitty and Daisy to be in this scene where maybe they're meeting for the
Okay.
Like meeting or like meeting? like
I don't know, up to you two whether or not you had a more prolonged relationship. Like this could be like the meeting where sparks fly, or this could be like the first clandestine. Yes, we have feelings for each other. I don't know. And also, you get to not be high. You don't think you're not high this whole game.
That's my secret, Ren. I'm never
I'm always.
No. I never play a not
Okay, I
high
think-
character.
I think Kitty will burst through the door and be like, come on. Listen, no one comes into the mess hall. It's gross here. Everyone who is anyone goes to the craft center, which is mine. So, and I know you work here, but oh my God, I'm starting this off all wrong. You're hot, I'm hot.
I'm sorry, I was not. I was not ready.
Kip is just like behind a shelf.
Yeah.
Makes themselves a little smaller behind the shelf.
Yeah.
Pulls up their
You-
camera phone.
So
Just
sneaky.
hiding.
Sneaky.
I don't even know your name, but you have a very good point. We are definitely
I only make up good points.
two very attractive people.
Mhm.
I mean, this isn't my natural habitat, as you might say. I just kind of work here on the
Indoors?
summers. No, the cafeteria that you just described as extremely disgusting.
So it is or it isn't your natural? Because I thought you worked.
Why don't we go outside and like?
All right. But like here is secluded. It's quiet.
Just said, you
no
just said you
prying
hated it.
eyes.
Okay.
No. girlfriend. I may have a girlfriend, but it's fine. We have a very open relationship. We've definitely spoken about this.
Oh, okay. As long that makes it. That's
Except, like, you probably, like, if we were to do anything, we probably shouldn't say anything. Just because, you know, they get jealous.
oh, you have one of those like it's like a sneaky open relationship.
That is definitely what we have. Not lying about that.
That's really hot.
I know.
And there are some boxes over here we could go hang out behind.
Yes, let's go on. Behind some boxes in this normal sized room where no one is here. Let's do that.
There's definitely no one here right now. I checked myself.
Yeah, like,
I put a lot
I
of
don't know.
thought and effort into all of my work.
you know, it's just so hard to be anywhere without any prying eyes. So I'm just really glad that we're in this space together where there is no one here.
Yeah, me too. It's really good. And you know what? I'm glad that we're pre-discussing this and we've already found, you know, each other, two hot folks in this campsite where we're going to be all summer.
It just is, it's kind of fate, really.
Yeah. It's almost
We should
like
make
this
out.
was yes, let's go make out.
Yeah. And they make out.
And it fades on the shine on Kip's glasses. I think that went well for Kip because Kip got some knowledge.
Oh my god, take a positive card for
Yeah.
Kip. Kip has nothing but good cards. Kip is winning this game. Yeah, Kip is the secret goddamn murderer, and they're gonna get away with it too.
No blood.
No blood?
No blood.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Mal.
Like orchestrating this horror. This is amazing.
Oh.
We're all leading up to spooky nighttime. Last night campfire that we bad movie.
Terrible
Great
movie.
It's like one of those like A+ Z grade movies.
Yes. That's exactly what it is. It's the best of the worst movies.
Bobby is so nice, and only bad things have happened to Bobby, and I'm so sad for her.
It feels like a running theme with my characters.
Aw.
Yeah.
I end up
Anytime
playing
Mal
nice
has-
characters.
Anytime Mal has been on my channel. Like,
All
which
of
character
twice
do you want
now.
to play? Oh, there's a sad mech. Oh yes, that's mech. Mal
just a
just
sad
like,
mech.
oh sad mech. Yes, I will do. Oh, there's a ghost. I'll play that.
I love it.
Mal, is this incorrect?
Sort of, no.
But I also would like to play a sad mech, so
That's campaign.
It was a
sad mechs
it was a
only.
very good sad mech game.
Yep.
I don't know what kind of scene I want.
Fast. We can go right where we are. We can go to the kitchen. You can have it out with your partner. We can find more bodies. We can not find more bodies. We can deal with spooky stuff, not spooky stuff. We can start accusing people willy-nilly, since that was one of our tilt cards. Someone could get chased. Set up a chase.
I think the scene starts with all of us right in front of the cafeteria, because we're gonna go inside and then walk in, and that gives us the chance to for a Kip sure thought about this real hard.
Yeah. It sure has a lot of notes about murder that are real accurate.
Yeah, I think Bobby's in front. Bobby's still upset. And so it kind of leaves everyone else to follow after her as she, stomps slowly towards the door.
Oh, hey, you don't need to break that one, but you could if you want. I mean, end of the season.
If I break it, Ace will take it out of what we got paid.
I mean, not if you claimed the killer did
They're
it.
getting paid?
You got a really successful business going. You're doing it.
I'm kidding. Of course I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid more than all of you. It was a joke. My family have a great lawyer.
So we're going in here, and we're pretty sure. I look over at Kip. There's no one. Bobby on your walk. Kip on your list. Are there many more people left in the camp?
Well, let's see. So. Avery. Haven't seen Avery.
I don't know, Avery left early. I think she was on maternity leave or something. I don't know. That or she got fat. I don't know.
I write that note down.
He had like Candy Crush noises.
Okay, so then that means that Duncan and are around.
There's a knock on the fridge door.
Are around somewhere, but I know that Julia was probably busy dealing with, because they sent the horses away yesterday. Duncan was talking about their problem.
Okay. So how sure are we that there are going to be bodies in here? Bobby, you want to maybe take the lead on this?
When was the last time anyone was here? Were any of you here today? Because
we came in to get the pretzels, but we had kind of already started unloading stuff, so they were kind of already basically outside. And at that point, in the snack bin, the snack bin that we have outside so kids can take snacks, but also we lock it so the bears can't take the snacks.
Well, it's
Very sensible.
why are there no lights on but the door is open?
I cannot come up with an answer that isn't terrifying. So I suggest that I'm gonna look this way and one of you can open the door.
Oh. You know what? I'll open the door because some of us are a little tired of looking.
You still have that flashlight that you always have on you?
Why, yes. Kip does. And so Kip will creak the door open, point flashlight. Oh.
I guess, was that a positive or negative for you, Bobby?
I figured we'd go because we were trying to get to the fridge, right, or the freezer. So, how do we want this to play out? Kip opens the door.
It's your scene. What would you like to see?
Oh. Yeah, so okay, so Kip opens the door and points the flashlight in, and it's just dark. Doesn't look like anyone's been in, but the door should have been locked then.
Kip will reach inside and try to flick the actual overhead light on.
And of course it doesn't turn on, right? Because that's...
Click, 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 click.
And then there's, you know, the random... Something falls, and like a can rolls by of one of the few things that isn't outside yet. And then like a mouse or something runs out.
Yeah. I was gonna say like a raccoon.
Like that's how this works.
Yeah.
That's how
like
this always goes.
Yeah. 200%.
Kip jumps and then is like, oh, I think that's a deer mouse.
Kip, is there anything in there?
Oh no, just the lights won't turn on.
Kitty, give me my phone.
I'm almost done.
Kitty, give me my phone. She takes it.
I'm almost finished.
She's gonna take it.
I was almost finished. You're gonna ruin my streak.
I don't care about your streak.
I don't know
right
how
now,
to play Candy Crush. Streaks.
It's stages.
Excuse me, Miss Grumpy Pants.
You really want to talk about pants?
You're right, because I only wear skirts to show off these legs.
Okay. Mel, you ready to draw a card, or?
So I'm gonna draw a card in a moment, I think, but
okay.
No, because I'm worried. I'm actually worried in this moment that if we pull another dead body. So,
okay, so you want to keep going inside?
Yeah. So, sorry, we're supposed to be going faster, and I'm being slower.
No, you're fine.
Bobby turns her light on too, and takes the lead again. I really want this to happen. He gets to the freezer. She pulls open the door, and someone's standing there with a mask on, holding a weapon, and we all get chased. Because I want this chase to happen.
They were just in the fridge? They were just in the walk-in fridge?
Spooky.
Man, they're cool.
Well, yeah, they were in the fridge. And so, yeah, I think the scene actually will end with us running out of the building screaming.
Scooby-Doo scene right here.
So, would you describe this as a good run for you or a bad run for you?
I mean, as far as runs go, it's always a good run for Bobby, but I think being chased by a murderer is probably bad.
Okay. Go for it.
It's not a bloody.
Okay. And thus we are chased. Nadine!
We are being chased. I think it only makes sense that we're being chased, and the only place we can seek shelter in is Cavern 13.
I was hoping you would say that.
And so we will go in, and I think it's got to be negative. Nothing good can come out of this. So I'll draw a negative card and see if it's bloody, and then play off of that.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not bloody.
Okay. No
blood.
We are the bodies in Kevin 13 right now.
We are the bodies. Okay, so just like slamming into the cabin and kind of locking the door shut, and kind of we're all like propping stuff against the door to make sure that they can't get in, and like closing up all the windows, and going to hide behind the mattresses.
Oh my god.
Is he still there? Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Why was there someone in the fridge? Kip, you're the one that told us to go to the fridge. Why was there someone in the fridge?
Well, I mean,
Are you part of all this?
No, of course not. But we did already unplug the fridge because we took all the goods out of it, and so that's why I guess I probably should have thought about the fact that it plugged. Maybe they plugged it back in. Bodies are air, but
Kip, get us out of here. What do you think is who is it?
how am I supposed to get us out of here? There's
Get
only
out
one
the
door.
brain.
The notebook. Get out your
writer
notebook.
and the smarts.
It's
and the
dark.
birds.
It's dark.
Bobby, what are we gonna do? Listen, I figured it out. All right, I've used my massive business giant brain to figure this out. And Bobby, you're gonna go out there and you are gonna use your incredible body to just fight them. All right, and then we're gonna use that as a means of escape, and we will come back for you at some point.
Want me to go fight whoever this is?
I do. I really, really do.
I don't know that I really like your plans.
Unless you can come up with a better one.
I don't think I've ever liked any of your plans.
They've done pretty well so far. I have like
Yeah,
a
for
three-star
you.
business. Yeah, that's the whole point.
Here's my plan if we can make it work. Yep. Because this is where everyone sneaks off to, right? Isn't there alcohol in here somewhere? Didn't we find it earlier?
Yeah, I mean, underneath the floorboards.
All right. So, I've got a lighter. Can get some of this alcohol. We'll make a Molotov and use it as a distraction, and we can run. Everything's distracted by fire, right?
Absolutely everything. That is the smart idea.
So, there's a lot of lumber around here. So if you start a fire, it'll probably keep going, and that's pretty distracting.
Right. Well, which floorboards was it? All these mattresses are in the way.
I think like you push one of the mattresses over and it's the window, and they're stood right outside the window.
Oh my god. That's very good.
Hey.
Is that where you want to end your scene? Is that what you were doing with that, or?
Probably, yeah, that makes sense. If they could, they can see us and we haven't got the Molotovs ready yet. It's a pretty negative ending.
Extremely negative.
Okay.
I thought we were the burners here. Here you are. Wow. Really turned this one around, didn't you? Okay, so we've already been chased. Okay, so we're not in too bad a place. So sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
I just forgot what my twist had.
We had the chase,
Someone
and the
getting-
someone innocent gets accused of being the murderer.
Okay, right.
And I mean, technically, I feel like Kitty and Daisy have already said it was Ace and suspected Kip. Honestly,
That's fair.
we have
Anyone.
done too. We can keep accusing them. Don't worry. There's still time. There's still time for accusations to fly.
Plenty.
But so I think if face appears in window, and I'm assuming that it's like fairly small, like not too big, like, or maybe like a lengthwise cabin. So like
Mhm.
that's at one end, so the door's at the opposite end. So I feel like who here would go running in the opposite direction from the face?
Probably.
Okay, so
I mean, all of us, wouldn't we?
all of us? Okay, I wasn't sure if anyone would do anything else. Okay, so I'm guessing that we all go running again. Scooby doing this now. It's just okay. So we go running to the other side to like get out, and we fling open the door, and there's, oh god, I want to like we've had 3 murders. I almost want to say what's better? Was the face in the window an already deceased body? Or is there a deceased body waiting for us when we get to the door? It's one of those two. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's...
You can play it out however you want. Yeah.
I mean, if we're running in the opposite way, how would we find out that the person?
Yeah, the body in the window?
Body?
Okay. So, ooh. Okay, so we all go running. We whip open the door, and just outside, like probably a few feet away from the door, like, is a body. And definitely there are screams. And then we have a moment of like, oh, it's just a scarecrow. Oh, like it's just, oh, it's on a little pink thing. It's not, oh, we freaked out for nothing. And then there's another realization that is indeed a dead body. Whose it is, I don't know.
Well, we have Ace potentially, Duncan potentially, Julia potentially, the sheriff potentially.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take a negative card at this point, because there's no way this is going well. And at this point, I'm gonna look to see whether it's a new dead body, or if it's a nice presentation that the killer has made for us of the old bodies that are already been going missing. So I'm gonna take a card, I'm gonna flip it. It's not new. That is a clean negative. So in front of us is like this like scarecrow. But then it becomes really clear that the arms are at like a weird angle and the legs are at a weird angle and the head is not on quite right. And this is an amalgamation of the 3 previous bodies that we discovered.
I have a question
Yeah.
to potentially add to yours. So Daisy has a farm nearby.
Oh no, yeah.
Did Daisy have a scarecrow, perhaps wearing a specific getup that this amalgamated body of parts has been put in, which is why we thought it was a scarecrow?
Oh no! So what happens? Oh, this is what happens. This is why it's negative. So what happens is we get to the door, we open the door, we have the initial scream, and then we have it's just and Daisy in particular is like, that's my scarecrow. It's just, they're just messing with us. That's my scarecrow. And she walks up to it like, this is my scarecrow. and goes to like pat it to be like, don't worry, everyone. This is Freddie. I made him myself, Ada, and I like give him a pat, and like whatever was covering it somewhat kind of like comes away, and the head goes rolling, and it is very clearly a human head. Like, and I think like Daisy
Scream.
just like looks at her hand and it's covered in blood. Like, I want to get stabbed at this point. I feel like this is a very good place to like. I almost feel like this is a very good place to like die.
Right?
Too bad I didn't get a blood card. It could have been me. It could have been me who died.
It could have been me.
Although this is my last scene. Can I declare that the murderer comes around at this point? Like, use this distraction.
If that's what you want, it's your scene.
Do it.
So yeah, I think Daisy like was all confident, like walked up to this like scarecrow, not a body, like was telling you all not to worry. It's my scarecrow. It's just my scarecrow. Like taps it, head rolls away, is like staring horrified at like blood all over her hand, and then there's just that like and then like looks at all you, and there's just like a knife through the chest. Like there's fully just, and then like the knife disappears for a second, and Daisy falls down, and there's a figure standing there holding a knife covered in blood. And I get to go out of this one dead. I've never gotten to die during a fiasco before. I'm so happy right now.
Let's go.
That's my scene, babies. I did it. I'm very pleased.
I am mad that the annoying dickhead of a woman did not die first. She's definitely blonde. She's 100% blonde.
So that means I'm next.
It's your turn. Have fun.
The three of us that are still alive are still in the cabin, correct? Or did we all?
I think we've kind of like just stepped out.
Yeah, onto like the stoop.
Okay, so I think that Kitty and Bobby are in front of Kip, who is kind of behind a little bit. And we see Daisy, who had gone off and said, "No, this is fine, this is mine." Fall over, but like has tried to make a motion to like come back to the group, and then just like down the outside wall of the cabin. And so you two get the best glimpse of this happening. And then Kip just says, "We need to run!" And grabs both of your hands, because he kind of comes out between the two of you, grabs both of your hands, and you all just start booking it.
Can it, instead of being like a running through the cornfield scene, can it be running through the weed scene?
Well, I think we have to run through the woods to get back to like the main camp area.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to like run along. Thank you. And then, we're all like heavily breathing except for Bobby, and we stop to take a pause. I think Daisy's dead.
Yeah.
I don't think we can stop for long, or we'll be dead too.
Yeah.
But all of us have the body of Usain Bolt, all right?
Are you kidding? I'd kill to run that mile.
You'd kill?
I didn't mean literally.
There are people who are dead, Bobby.
I know, and one of them is a friend of ours.
More friendly. Some of us. But others, I suppose.
What are you trying to say? Are you speaking ill of the dead?
What do you think I'm trying to say?
I don't know. You're the one who's saying it.
I think you know.
Why are you being so cryptic?
Why are you being so adultery?
I don't know what you're insinuating.
What are the two of you talking about?
I don't know. Ask your girlfriend.
I don't know. Ask your brother.
I think there's this quick glance between the both of them. And Bobby looks at Kitty. Baby, my love, darling, what's going on?
I think we should keep running. I'm getting into it. I
Need
don't
to
think
get back
this
to
is
the phone. In Ace's office. Let's go. And starts running back towards the direction of Ace's office. I feel like I'm good there.
Nice.
I got to. Fade. Oh wait, we have to figure
Oh,
out
did
if
you
it's
take a
blood.
good card though? Because you got to make your accusation.
Can I take good? What is that?
Yeah, you can
Fine,
take a good.
well? Okay.
I think
Take
it's
good.
good.
Sure. It's bloody.
Oh!
Oh.
Okay, then what happens is we, camera cutscenes to us getting to Ace's office, and Ace, we need the phone. And the door just creaks open. Ace? And then turns back to you both. Not answering.
This is ridiculous. She'll push her way through. She walks in.
And Ace is at, the desk, where the phone is. Still has the flask in his hand, but is slumped over the desk like he took a nap on his desk.
Ace, this is not the time to be in a drunken stupor, all right? She'll go over and she'll give him a shove to wake him up.
And he falls over, and there is a kitchen knife right in the front. Falls over.
That's not good. That's really not good. And she'll kind of turn to them like, why do I keep
What?
finding the dead bodies?
And Kip is gonna just pick up the phone receiver, put it back down. Line's dead.
Of course it is. God damn it.
What are
Cut.
we gonna do?
Yeah.
What are we
That's-
gonna do? Cut.
was
Nice.
amazing. Amazing.
I guess it's my turn then.
Sure
It's your
is.
turn. I wasn't sure if you could hear that or not. Could you?
That's amazing.
I meant to do that when you were discovering the body. I'm sorry. I'll have it ready for next time. I found
That's
it.
amazing.
That was beautiful.
Huh.
Okay. So we found Ace. We know the phone line's dead. I think this scene starts with all of us right where we left off. And Bobby looks at both of you. You know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of running from this thing. I know something about this office that I don't think anyone else did. She is gonna go over and dig in Ace's pockets, because that's what you do. Pulls out some keys, unlocks one of the desk drawers, pulls out a revolver. But this is a horror movie, so there's only 6 shots in this revolver and no extra ammo, because that's how this works.
I love it.
The next time that person in a mask comes at us, we're gonna fight. We can get we started putting so many things away. I guess we need to go back to cabin 13. 'Cause that's where all the tools are. Wait, no, where's Ace's van? The van had stuff in it.
Pan shot. It's outside.
I think Bobby will take the lead and is like, all right, I think we're clear. We go to the van.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
And we go
Behind
to the
you.
van.
Kip's eyes narrow.
We go to the van, and revolver in one hand and Kip's keys in the other hand. She unlocks the back door, swings it open, and somehow the murderer's in the van, because horror movie. And I think you hear all the revolver shots.
Hello, everyone.
No. No. Terrifying.
So I think you hear all 6 revolver shots go off. And I think, as much as this is probably bad for me, I'm gonna pull another bad card before we move on.
Have you got any positives?
Nope.
Oh no.
Now that we're almost done, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Mal is actually going to do very good at the end of this, in theory, because having all of one type of card is better than having a mix.
Oh.
Secret,
Well,
secret.
But we don't find another body, because I didn't get a bloody card.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this has to end poorly. But I think
That wasn't really the killer. The killer is your brother.
It was in my ear holes. Ugh.
I think, because I can't decide if Ren's character's the killer because I'm not Ren's character. I think all 6 shots go off, the door to the van slams shut, and Bobby comes back over shaking and drops the gun. He was in the van. I shot him. I shot him 6 times. And as she's standing there telling you all this, there's a silhouette behind her, and 2 hands come around her neck, and Bobby bites the dust.
No! Bobby!
Kip also screams no.
That was me. I don't know what Kitty was saying.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what else do you do in a murder game when things are going poorly? You get killed.
Shit. Okay, so it's my turn.
You have the final scene, and there's technically only 1 card left, but it's then we still have more cards. Okay, well, I was supposed to take them out before we started. My bad.
I
just
think I
realized
know
that.
how this is gonna go.
But it's a wild card anyway, because it's the final scene, so you can choose good or bad. Up to you.
So, Kitty is going to be a crying, shocked mess, and she's going to fall to her knees, start crying, blubbering away, and then she'll like cover her face, and then she'll start. Great job, baby! And she's going to look at the figure who's just finished choking Bobby, and walk up and unmask them, and it's Officer Judd.
Oh!
And
Oh!
and she'll like give him a kiss and kind of like sidle up to him and look at Kip, like, just getting business, baby. And shit, I don't know. There you go. Do with that what you will.
I mean, it's your scene.
Shit.
It looks like you're winning, but do you feel like she should
No,
win?
I do not feel like I'm winning.
That was a very good turn of events, though. Like, you flipped that. Like, oh my god.
How about this? Okay. We all heard 6 shots, right? It may have been 5. There is a gun by your feet, Kip.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that you pick it up and shoot Kip.
No.
Kip should be the only one that makes it out of this alive. But then
Okay.
there's 2 of you and only 1 bullet.
And one's a cop.
The worst.
Kill the cop. Sorry. I mean, no, I didn't just.
I mean, no. I mean,
We're playing I just want to be clear. We're playing a horror game.
Okay, so Kip picks up the gun and is just
Yep.
pointing it at both of you.
Come on, Kip. It's not like you.
Killed my sister.
No, your sister kind of killed herself. Who goes up to the mass murderer?
You.
Come on, Kip. Put the gun down.
How do you even have time for 3 people?
I am a multitasker.
Shoots Judd.
Hey, that was my ticket out of here.
And runs.
Shit. I don't know. That's a negative for me, I guess. Okay, all right, this is it. I'll do like a montage. Kitty's family has a very good lawyer.
Oh!
And
As was mentioned.
and there is a news article in the coming weeks, and it says like young woman found in horrible situation, only survivor, and then she becomes this really incredibly successful. She like writes a book about her story and all of that. She gets like #1 like New York bestseller list. And however Kip wants to play out their side of the story, they can.
Oh golly, Kip books it off into the woods and ends up in the sequel as the
Nice.
crazy hermit in the woods that is warning them all, warning all the new characters about the dangers of Cabin 13. And everyone thinks Kip is the killer again in the sequel.
Oh
but
my
it's
god,
not.
that's what it is.
I love it. I love
Everyone thought it might be Kip in the first one, and everyone thinks it's Kip in the second one.
But it is Kip in the third one.
it.
That
Too
is
Kip,
so
too
good.
furious.
Oh my god. Nadine, did you pull the last card?
I think it was positive for me, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Hang on. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
Oh,
it would have to be. It would
accidentally-
have to be a positive anyway,
think-
based on the cards.
I may have accidentally flipped it, but it didn't
There you
have
go.
blood on it.
Amazing. So technically, I mean, y'all's little end story that you did is already a very good end story, but technically, if everyone wants to take and flip all their cards, and then how it works is you subtract the lower number from the higher number type thing to get a final number, unless the two of you that had all one color, like honestly, technically you should get the best endings in theory. So let's see, what do I have? So I end up because I have my 3 and my 3 cancel out, and then I have a 2 and a 4, so I end up with a 2 red. So if you go over to here, let me pull up. Oh no, it's in the everyone. Hang on, choose. I am 2 red. Where's 2 red? 2 red. That one's mine. What is your number, Ren?
16.
Holy crap. Mal?
11?
7?
11.
Oh, 11. Okay, that's a huge difference. 11 red. That's you technically. We're obviously not gonna need to necessarily. You can do a different little like ending scene if you want. What was your number, Nadine?
Is it a two red technically?
2 red
Does that
technically.
cancel out?
So we have the same number. Here, I'm gonna
Mhm.
give you the because I think we're supposed to technically have. So I'll give you the 3. 'Cause I
Crazy.
think Okay. So this is what you would normally base your little ending off of, but you don't need to necessarily. What did I get? Revolting. Well, that was nasty and probably extremely brutal. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm just speculating here, but I'm guessing I've lost something precious, like a body or part of my soul, while traveling my personal road in what is that word?
Ignominious?
Ignominious failure? Maybe I'm dead. I am dead. You got it, card. Okay. Well, I died. What is my final scene? The final thing for Daisy is just is a scene of like her farm going back to the land, and all her like wheat plants just kind of growing wild and becoming part of like the local.
I love
The
it.
local ecosystem here.
Can I go last?
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
You got a good one, but your happy ending could be that your sibling survived, or like, you know what I mean? What, like your final moment could be that you saw that your sibling was still alive, or I don't know. What do you think? Or you can do like an after.
I like what Ren already did for Pip, so I think what happens is in the sequel, Bobby's ghost helps Kip warn people, like Bobby's ghost is around and somehow helps Kip help the new kids.
I love that. Amazing.
I think on the outside, everything looks so fantastic for
Yeah.
Kitty, but like she buys a new house and it's infested by termites. She gets a new car and there's snakes in the engine. Like everything that she ever does ends up like something bad and weird keeps happening to her. And eventually she just goes a bit loopy.
That's
Because Bad people don't need good things to happen to them. Let's be
No.
real.
Yes. I like it.
All right. Because my card says 12 plus inspirational and a whole bunch of good stuff, everything that we've all just described is how it happens in the movies. The cinematic version of the events that actually happened to Kip during the summer of blah blah blah, when he took his first camp counselor job with his sister, who did survive, and Kip went and wrote a very famous series of murder mysteries about this chain of events that got turned into movies that were considerably cheesier than the mysteries that Kip wrote. So Kip and Bobby still alive, living their lives. Who knows how much of that was real and a novelization in the head of Kip, who, you know, clearly the villain, Kitty, etc., etc.
I mean, look at Kitty's modus operandi. Clearly, the real evil all along was capitalism.
Yeah.
You are dang right.
So how much of that was all real? How much of that was all novelization? Who knows?
Exactly.
That's amazing. Love it. That's... Y'all, thank you for coming and playing this game. That was so much fun. I've never gotten to do a murder in one of these. Thank you. This is... I hope
It's
everyone had
so
fun.
fun.
Thank you for playing.
Heck yeah.
Goodness
I
gracious.
almost went and like that was all a Kip dream at the end there, but I was like, no, I want to have actually happened.
Kip wakes
Love it.
up with a start. It's just another day at camp.
Having fallen asleep on the flower while they were not watching terrible things happen.
I was gonna say you accidentally had a wheat dream because you were hanging too
Right.
close. You were hanging too
It's a
close
real
to
funky
Kitty and
dream.
Daisy.
Oh.
Got high and fell asleep watching scary movies and had a bad dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what actually happened. I love it. But that's all for now. Thank you all so much for playing. Let's go back around and please tell us who you are, where we can find you, any cool stuff you're up to that you want to shout out. Please feel free. And then if you favorite scary moment, favorite favorite murder in the which murder was your favorite, or just a favorite moment in tonight's game, and we're gonna go in reverse order. I'm always pointing the wrong way. In reverse order, all the way to the side, coming back this way, starting with Mal.
Hi, I'm Mal. You can find me on Twitter at MalHidale. I'm not doing a whole lot right now, but I do have an itch.io page if you want to buy my 2 games or my short story. I think they're pretty cool. Put a link in the chat for everyone. I mean, my favorite scene definitely was the first instance of everyone talking about Bobby being extremely hot, because I wasn't expecting that.
Well, we did also say mean stuff.
I mean, that's true.
We weren't gonna just say mean stuff. Clearly.
Yeah, just
you
the fact that Daisy didn't like Bobby necessarily, but also could appreciate Bobby's hotness.
Daisy had no reason not to like Bobby. Daisy was just also smooching on Kitty, that's all. It wasn't personal.
It was just
Daisy?
good business.
Yeah, Daisy didn't hate Bobby at all. Not remotely. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for playing. Next up in order is Nadine.
Thank you so much for letting me play. This has been so fun. My name is Nadine. I'm a voice actor, TTRPG player, and Twitch streamer. You can find me NE_actor on Twitter and Twitch and all those good things. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing some cheap D&D where we're doing a little bit of D&D. Me and my mates, a lot of them who haven't played D&D before. I'm introducing them to the world of Wildmount, so that's good fun. Thank you so much for tolerating me being the most intolerable person. I had so much fun.
You were amazing. Everyone played both very good characters and very good terrible characters. I feel like. So good. Thank you so much for playing. And next is Ren.
That's me. I'm Ren. I am Atomic Firebird on Twitter. On Twitch, I am Make Believe Live. I have my own Twitch thing, but we're on a very short little between season break right now. We're not coming back until not next week, but the week after that. Do interview shows for role players, one-shot shows, bubblegum shoot. I am also in 2 podcasts. A Star Wars FFG system podcast called Heroes of the Highway, and a D&D podcast where I play a disaster teenager. Fast Times at D&D High. That's me. You can find all my stuff at Atomic Firebird. I have like a pinned post and all that jazz. I hate to say it, but I think my favorite moment was watching all of the facial journeys everyone went on when I was playing Ace.
He's the worst.
Horrible, like
You were just so quick.
Whatever it was that I said, all those like horribly patronizing terms.
Yeah, like I can't remember what it was, but like Mal literally said, "I told you not to call me that anymore," and you're like, "Okay, different horrible name," and I was like, "That was so spot on. That was so spot on."
I mean, who doesn't have an arsenal of those if you're AFAB, right? Like, dudes do that.
Yep. That's a mood.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad you didn't make Ace tell Bobby to smile, because I might have actually thrown up.
Oh.
No.
I would have like actually just
the rage that just filled me.
I don't think I would have been able to do that.
we all know that one. So anyways, thank you all so much for playing. This was a ton of fun. I've never gotten to play this murder one before, and I've never gotten to like die during a fiasco before. That was so much fun. Thank you all. I'm so glad y'all suggested it. I'm so glad we played this one. Thank you for all being such like good and bad beans today. The best and the worst. All y'all were amazing. Thank you so much, everyone who's been hanging out. Thank you to the folks who donated to Trans Lifeline, a wonderful, wonderful organization. Thank you. Really quickly, I'm gonna thank Roll20, because this mess you see on screen, that this is actually the Fiasco official Roll20, so you can get it and play it just this easily. Now that there's the card version, it's literally so easy. You can just get any of the play sets and play them just this quick and simple. It's a ton of fun. It's really, really great. I highly recommend checking it out. Oh goodness. Hey, stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? Thank you so much. You monster right at the end. Thank you.
While we were on, I was too distracted by playing.
Yeah, that's fair. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone who hung out today. I'm Jess, and I put everyone's links in the chat, but I'm gonna put it again. I'll put everyone's links again. I was saying thank you to Roll20, Bully Pulpit, who makes this game. They're cool heckin' beans too, but they don't sponsor me, so I guess I don't have to shout them out. Find all these cool people and all that they do. I've posted everyone's links in the chat if you're hanging out with us right now in Twitch. If you come and watch this later after I clean it up all up, clean and nice over on YouTube, everyone's links will be down below. So go find them and go support all the cool stuff that they're doing. Check them all out. Check out Roll20. Don't forget to use safety tools in all your games, which I'm also posting into the chat and the links right now. Use safety tools so that you can murder your friends nicely, guys. Listen, guys, gals, non-binary pals, all friends, safety tools. Get them.
And don't forget, Jess has a Patreon. I don't think
Nah.
Jess said that.
No.
So Jess has a
no.
Patreon.
And then what is it? An Itch.io account as well.
Yeah.
Jess makes games.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
I did
Okay.
just I did just update one of my games, and I am actually kind of proud of that one. So, there's one
They're all
I've
brilliant.
made.
They are all brilliant.
I've made 6 or 7 games at this point. I have one I like. I've done one that I
That's a
really
mood.
actually.
that is
yeah.
the game
The
designer
creative's
mood.
curse.
Right? You're like, I have my one baby that I love. It's this one. My one good game that I'm proud of. Anyways, but yeah, we'll be back. If you haven't already, hit follow on this channel so we can hang out some more. We'll be back tomorrow with Heart if you like spooky things. Heart is a spooky body horror dungeon delve kind of game by the same folks that did Spire and honestly actually Honey Heist, which is is a little bit confusing. You know, you can do both. Just a reminder, you can do both. You can do sweet bears stealing honey, and then you can do terrible body horror full of sentient teeth and human beehives.
Sentient teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, we've had some good ones. We've had some very good ones. So coming out, we're doing that tomorrow. All the regular stuff. We're going playing some Destiny with my best friend Dustin. We're gonna head back into Borderlands, and then on Sunday it is the finale of Conspiracy in the Stars, our Dark Matter campaign that we've been doing. So they just headed out into. They literally just stole a spaceship and headed out into space. So that's exciting, and that's the finale in space. We're gonna go raid, since we were on a spooky streak, we're gonna go raid Pleasantly Twisted, who is an amazing content creator and is doing some darkest dungeon right now, which looks really cool and also spooky. So it's very appropriately themed. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for being awesome. Heart your heckin' faces. Please take care of yourselves. Be good to one another. And hopefully we'll see you soon for more games. Bye, everyone.